Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's Pillars of Eternities time. No, again with the Pillars of Eternities. There's only one eternity. Because that's how it works. If you add infinite to infinite, it's still infinite. It's still infinite. And if it's infinite times infinite, it's still infinite. Because that's what infinite means. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Jung, Harry, Garaher, and Rainer. Welcome on in, guys. And whoever else is watching right now. We're here in Kadnua. There's somebody in there, if I remember correctly, there is somebody in there for us. I think. Don't remember what happened last stream, but I guess we're gonna find out. Where we're going today is to Defiance Bay, so we'll see how that goes, but first let's go in there. I don't remember, actually. Let's find out. Is anybody around? There is. Solmar the Shackler. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's what I was remembering. So last stream we had a bad visitor. And he's staying over here, and he is Solmar the Shackler, a slaver from Red Saras. He has arrived at my keep, seeking your counsel on some business matters. I'm gonna give him my counsel. Let's get ready for giving him my counsel. Okay. Save the game. At last, I'm glad you are here, my lady. My name is Solmar. I have a matter of some importance to discuss, if you have the time. Okay, let's hear it. Apparently all the allies join in as well. Oh, wait a minute, we're leaving. Well, we're all up there, and I'm sitting on top of the lady. It's a lady throne. I'll cut to the meat of it. I have a dozen Orlan slaves. Oh, you're definitely dead. You're not getting out of here alive. Orlan slaves in port at Girada. Good, healthy stock that will fetch a fine price in Ixamital if I can get a ship up the coast. That's the tricky part. I haven't got the coin to stock a ship for the whole journey, not without docking at a Deerwood port along the way and running the risk of having my goods seized. What he's saying is actually, he's talking about smuggling. What he means by a Deerwood port over here might as well be Defiance Bay, because apparently there's no... I don't remember exactly, but apparently there's no slavery here in Deerwood. Really, these Deerwood laws are completely impractical for any honest merchant traveling outside of Defiance Bay, he says. I suppose that is the point of those laws, to make it impractical. I hope you could be of some assistance. You're not originally from the Deerwood, I hear, so surely you understand. Yeah, we come from the Valian... my character, Eselanumbra. She comes from the Valian Republics. I can send Aloth after him to free the slaves. That's interesting. I wonder if I can go there myself. Let's see. Interesting. No, this is the Pterodactyl. Welcome to the stream. This is the first one. This is the it is maximum difficulty with all the expansions and DLCs, but it's still the first one. The second one isn't out yet. There's no access to it. I don't think there's even an alpha build. I'm not sure if they're working in those molds. Let's see. Why would I be Jung? I'm trying to think. Does my character not like slaves? It's not... I'm not really focusing too much on role-playing here. My characters are a little bit meh, to be honest. Just sort of a... whatever. I'm mostly focusing on just enjoying the quests that I do and all that, but it's not really about role-playing in this particular stream anyway. Let's see. Let's discuss this with my people first and see what happens. Of course. And he inclines his head politely and steps out of earshot. Okay. Apparently I can send Hiravius down there. Okay, well, let's send Hiravius down there. I want you to head down to Girada and see if you can free these slaves. I would love to, he says. It gives me something to do with my hands while I plot this man's painful death. Yeah, he's gonna be busy for 5 days. That's all right. That's all good. We can waste those 5 days. Excuse the burp. Have you come to a decision? He asks. Okay. Yeah, I've decided to hang you. Guards, take him away. What? You can't be. This is madness. Stop. You can't do this to me. Well, actually, I kind of wanted to imprison him, but because the prison is still under construction, he's gonna die. And actually, I should probably do this in a different way, since the prison is under construction. Let's reload there and wait for the prison to be constructed, and then I'll imprison him. Because I want to, I just want to gloat, go back down there and gloat a little bit. Okay, so let's look at the thing over here. There's no back then here, Jung. This is a different world. It's a different world. Yeah, I think Rainer is right of it. If I'm playing a slaver or somebody that comes from a slaving country, like for example the excuse me, the guys to the east of here, we're gonna deal with those. I think they are slavers. We're gonna deal with those in this game, but yeah. Yeah, this game is more about the details and just sort of all the little nuances of the plot. It's not really the plot is kind of all spread out. So yeah. Yeah, I've been having fun with a plot, just noticing all the details, because now I understand the things properly. Okay, so I have 6 days and 8 hours to deal with this guy, which is great. What I want to do is I want to wait until the dungeons are complete. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna waste a little bit of time, but that's fine. How much time do I need to wait? 1 day and 25 hours. Okay, let's rest. No bonus. Rest. Okay, hireling payday, a bunch of money. That's actually a bunch of money, 400, that's a lot. Okay, rest again. Glenfathan Hunter, oh, he left because he didn't, yeah, because he didn't like being here. Okay, good. Let's get another rest. Nothing happens. Let's keep an eye on our building situation. I think it's 1 day and 1 hour. Okay. So let's get 3 rests. I think it's 8 hours each. Okay. Okay, and then I fast mode, and the building should be done in a little bit. 3 hours. Okay. Fast mode it is, because I don't want to waste too much time. And you guys are asking a lot of questions, and there's discussion going on. Yeah, I think Rainer has. That's what I was saying. It's spread out. The plot is just all over. Sort of, it drags on in the sense that it takes a long while for you to get from one place to the other. It's just the nature of these games, really. I think if you play Baldur's Gate 1, which is probably actually it's not, but Baldur's Gate 1 is a game that does have a very focused plot for the most part. It still drags on. It's less interesting than this one, to be honest. Way less interesting, because it's just sort of generic. You're more involved in the tiny little bits of plot that you have. And considering this is a sort of a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, it's normal that it would do that. I think the only way to not do that would be sort of more heavy-handed plot delivery. Maybe how KOTOR does it, because it's just or Mass Effect, which basically goes in the same line, which is just much more. Just the way it does that, it's because it's a lot more about dealing with the characters that you have with you, and I don't think this sort of game ever can have an interesting plot, unless of course you just prefer the sort of story that Baldur's Gate 1 or any other game tells, which can be a thing. This story is actually about. It's very. I think the story of Pillars of Eternity is very fresh, because it tells. It's a story that. I got a lot of hiccups. I apologize for that. It's just the story that talks about gods and about birth and just weird things later on, especially. And that's I think that I am enjoying a lot more the story and the plot. I'm enjoying it a lot more because I'm playing it for the second time around. I do like Futurama, but I never watched it. I mean, I did watch it in the sense that I catch an episode every now and then, and there's some interesting episodes that I watched that I really enjoyed. others that are kind of meh. I suppose that's the problem with those sort of series, that if you don't have every single episode be absolutely awesome, or at the top of the quality of the series anyway, it kind of doesn't... Futurama never really... I never really bothered getting it, I guess. And I have to see if Netflix has it or something. Because otherwise I don't actually know how I would get that, because my TV sort of cable thing doesn't have that. At least I don't think so. It doesn't have Simpsons, so yeah. Yeah, Tyranny does have a more focused storyline, but then again, that's more of the same thing. That it's much more, you know what's gonna happen. You got the chapters and all that, so it is more in the line of what you would see in Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic. So yeah, Tyranny does kind of solve that problem, at least in terms of the story. It doesn't necessarily make it better. Just, you know, if it's what you like, then I guess it is better. It's just this more 45 minutes good. Yeah, Futurama was unfortunately amazing. Unfortunately, it was, because it ended. But yeah, well, it's better than The Simpsons, because the last series I've seen a few of the episodes. I think the last episode that I saw of The Simpsons was one. I don't know if it was Lady Gaga that shows up, and I really didn't. It didn't catch me at all. It's been many years though since I saw it. So it's probably about season 15 or something. I watched every season up until 8th, and it's pretty awesome. All those series. And for me, the problem with The Simpsons, as we wait, I'm talking about this because we're waiting for this thing to be done. 10 more minutes, and of course in fast mode. The problem with The Simpsons for me is Homer. That's the problem. I mean, I don't really understand all the details. I've seen a video on YouTube that kind of explains what happened to The Simpsons, sort of. Man, that thing is taking a while. Is it done? Does it not tell me? It might not tell me. Yeah, it doesn't tell me. Okay, now we have a prison. Now we can arrest that guy. Let's first look at what we're gonna buy next. We have the Western Barbican over there. We have ourselves Towers of Katanua, stand high above the wall. Grants perception bonus when sleeping. South Curtain Wall and West Curtain Wall will upgrade our defense. Library, count lore, that's fine. Upgrading the barracks will allow you to employ hirelings. We have that already. Merchant stalls, purchasing the merchant stalls, sell and general goods in the Great Hall. That is actually pretty good, and I like that. A forum. Upgrading the forum will grant intellect bonus upon resting. Training, might bonus upon resting. And random plant every turn in the... Oh, that's the botanical thing. And the hedge will grant a stealth bonus. The Warden's Lodge. What does that do? Provide access to the Warden, who offers high-level bounties. That's what I want. We're gonna get that today. I hope we're going to the Defiance Bay, because that's what I named the stream. So now that we have a prison, we'll be able to imprison this guy. Okay. Yeah, Rainer. Isn't that exactly what Pillars of Eternity does? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's the same thing. Okay, Ravis goes there. And now, oh, come on. We waited all that time. Oh, we can't imprison him. Let's just kill him, I guess. Well, I'm not gonna wait all that. Maybe I will. Where is my quick save? 25 hours and 15 minutes. 12 days, 1 month, 12 days and 12 hours. Yeah. Yeah. So we can't imprison him. That's a shame. And the reason why I'm not waiting is because...
At once.
Is because we're gonna need to send Ravis on his way. So, let's do this again. But this time, properly. Shigur! Well, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Yeah, there's a little bit of the anymore thing for me as well. That was a time for me to watch those shows, I guess, and I just don't watch them anymore. It's the anymore. So we gained 200 experience, that's pretty good. And Salmar the Shackler was executed. What happened? What is that good? Is that good for me? You send Hiravis after him. Salmar the Shackler begins his journey. No, Not really sure. Okay, let's rest. So there's the payday. And that's fine. Yeah, so he was executed. He was executed as he left the stronghold. So we got the dungeons. So we can camp. And, it says he left the stronghold? Oh, it's because of the other things. Okay. Okay. We have... Okay, this is gonna take... Okay, a few more... Wait, now I need to wait 5... How many days do I need to wait for the other guy, for Ravius? Because Ravius is gone. Now we have a few more hours, but I'm not gonna wait again for them. 3 hours, yeah, it doesn't matter. I wonder if this is 7 hours of sleep. Dungeon construction complete. That is, Ravius assigned to that. Great. And then we have, of course, the terrible things of the Warden's Lodge. Upgrading them will grant both the Constitution and Athletics. Yeah, let's go with that. Provide access to high-level bounties. I'm gonna die in those things. It's not a problem. When is Ravius gonna show up? Come on. That's 1 day gone. Well, there's not really morals of the past. There's morals of different places. There's very different things. But this game doesn't, as I said, Young, this game doesn't have morals of the past. It doesn't see... There's some cultures that see other cultures as lesser cultures, like the guys from the Aedir, the old Aediran dudes anyway. But generally, that's not the case. I don't know of any culture in this game that even had slavery. Although there in this game there are none, but outside there are in the other countries, as the country that guy came from, and so I killed him. Because why not? I want my subjects to like me, not. Okay, so we have. Okay, how long is he gonna take? Finished in 11. Oh, what? 17 hours? Oh, it's gonna take 17 hours. Okay, good. And the Warden's Lodge is complete. We're gonna check it out in a little bit. We could get the Barbican. We have the library. I don't really want the buffs. Botanical Garden, Warden's Lodge, Wood Trails. Wait a minute, that's complete. Okay. We'll restore the lab inside Bright Hollow. Bright Hollow Lab. I don't know what that's for. Restoring yours resemblance. Wait a minute. Bright Hollow. A home is only comfortable as your hearth. May return a resemblance. That's 1 day. Bright Hollow Curtain Pool. Let's not mess around with things that don't matter. Let's go with the Barbican over here. 17 hours, I guess. Oh, we can rest for that. Okay, security reports. Oh, lovely. We have a thing. Security reports that Doemenel thugs will attack the stronghold in 4 days. We'll have time for that. Let's keep resting, because another one. And here Ravius has arrived. And has successfully freed, what did he say? Successfully freed many slaves. Word is Solmar, the shackler, is quite furious. And dead. And dead. That's weird. It shouldn't say that. That's weird that he does. Okay, so I can get my team, because he's ready. Okay. And then you need to go over there. That's your position, right?
Certainly.
Need something?
Yeah, I think so. Now, let's deal with the guys with the Doemenel. Yeah. Doemenel thugs that are attacking me. And I'll remind you, the only time we've been to the Finance Bay, we messed around with Doemenel. So, yeah.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah, ready. We'll do that. We'll do this. Okay, so. Manual resolve. Let's hope that we don't lose anybody. This is, if I remember correctly, this is outside. We're basically fighting. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, boy. All of my friends are over here. This might go badly. I have not visited the new merchant. I did get the DLC, though. So, yeah, we could go there today. It's fine. I think... I haven't visited it. I kind of want to. So let's see. So we got a wizard over there that probably needs to die. The bruisers are gonna be fine. Okay, so the wizard needs to go, but I'm gonna attack. Okay, so I'm basically gonna attack use everybody to attack that, and then use these guys over here, and use you to shape into that so you can attack that. Yes. So that over there is a modal thing, but it only lasts for a certain time. Fine. I am gonna cast a spell. No, first I'm gonna shoot and get the focus, and then I'm gonna do secret horrors, because this thing is just amazing. And they're all gonna die. It's as simple as that. Who talks about morals? This is called escalation. It is. It's a real thing. If somebody's trying to rob you, you shouldn't murder them with a battle axe in the face. You maybe should shoo them away. But actually, there's a video. If you want to look up into escalation, there's a video by Lindy Page that talks about that. It's very interesting. That talks about that also in the context of RPGs. Okay, I think the spellcaster is gone. I think we killed the spellcaster with relative ease. Okay, let's have these guys basically attack whoever I see fit. So he's taking a little bit of damage, which is bad, and that's because that guy over there. So that's a kill, and we have a bruiser over there, kind of doing things that are not good. Okay. And, I don't think we lost anybody. Okay. Come on. There it is. Okay, now, if I remember correctly, immediately after we stopped the combat... Ooh, a grimoire. Nice. We actually... Yeah, this happens. So getting the loot there might be required to do that. I don't know if the bodies stay. Hopefully they don't, actually. But Alexa to the face ollies. Yeah, the bodies don't stay. So there we go. That was a successful dealing of that. We lost nobody. That was pretty good. Those WMNL thugs. What did they want anyway? What's this? What the hell? What in the... Just seriously. Seriously. There's nothing. Why did they do that? Because they're jerks. That's why. Because they're jerks. Oh, morality over the years, and as I said, depending on the location, is actually very interesting to...
Looks a little healthier than before.
It does, doesn't it? It's very interesting to think of. For example, the whole way of dealing with reasonable doubt, which is something that is fundamental to our society of today, regarding just judiciary system. The way of dealing with that has changed considerably. And I'm talking legally, so that's pretty much related to morals. The way we relate to freedom of speech, that's another big thing. The way we relate to, I don't know, certain stuff like acceptance of religion, religious freedom it's a real another big thing, not somehow related to free speech, but it's not necessarily related to free speech, because you don't need to talk to be relevant to religious freedom. But that's a very, very important aspect of morals. The thing is, it's not about the time, because all of these things, morals don't exist. Morals don't exist in a vacuum. They're not like a thing. There's this package of morals, and there's this package of morals. People have different morals because it's sort of an internal compass that people just follow and figure out for themselves. And today you'll find all these people. You'll find today people that are okay with slavery. So it's not the morals of yesterday. It's just the morals of slavery. You know what I mean? Which is an interesting thing. I think I was talking with Bumpy about this. About thinking like the vast majority of people were okay at a certain time in the Portuguese history with slavery. We were a big slaver country, and to the point where we affected, maybe not as much as the Spanish did, but we did affect a lot of the cultures and the genetical sort of makeup of a lot of countries that we messed around with. And And the thing is, looking back, we can't just say those people were all evil, even though they condoned and defended slavery, and even saw the slaves as not people and just killed them without a thought. No. I mean, maybe there were definitely exceptions, but just judge them all on that, just because they are constrained on the morals. And I'm not, of course, defending slavery at all, but that's the thing. The opposite is it's just because somebody does something terrible doesn't mean they're aware. And that's, I think, you don't need to look back. You don't need to look back to deal with those sort of stuff. Oh, Jung, you need to. I didn't have morals at all in my last Fallout playthrough. It was a completionist one, so I just didn't roleplay at all. I got everything that I could, or I tried to anyway, and I still failed. Unfortunately. Oh, do they show up fast? Rainer, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, so where we are going is to Anslog's Compass. That. And I'm going there, but I'm saving before I go, because I want to see the weapons. Because there's a DLC that came out. It's free DLC, so if you have the game, you can install it. And you don't need to restart the game for that. And I don't know where the guy is. Or girl. So let's find out. Should be in here. And apparently they sell the hiccups today. Apparently they sell soulbound weapons. Weapons that can be upgraded, if I remember correctly, or something like that. I did enjoy messing around with some of the ones that we found in the expansion. I think they added quite a lot of them even to the base game without the DLC, just because of the expansion. Even though, of course, DLC stands for nothing. The expansion is DLC, but DLC means nothing. What is a DLC? Nothing. It's nothing. There's no discernible. There's nothing. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. The game is DLC. Right? I don't have a disc of that. Ah, boy. Where's this stem? I know I'm running the DLC. It doesn't show up in the game, though. It doesn't tell you in the main menu. If you guys could help me, though. Well, it's Pterodactyl. It's illegal in certain. Unfortunately, it's illegal only in certain areas of the world. But yeah, that's that's another thing as well. Of course, consent and all things. Near the other trader. Oh, the lady that does ladiness. I was. Oh, ahoy there, ahoy! He says. Oh, there he is. Thank you very much. Wasn't it called something else? What? What was called something else? Okay, here he is. Oh, we got nothing. Okay, let's see what he has. Kind of you to stop and speak to my Western friend. Haven't you seen? Did he notice something about me? No. Haven't you seen Kith since my ship went down? Oh, he hasn't seen. Yeah. I do not suppose you are looking to lighten your purse. Who are you? I'm called Ponamu Bird Scorned, chronicler of the Huana people. Strange, I know, but we do not choose our names, do we? Well, I don't know if we do or not, but I don't know who the Huana people are. Were you shipwrecked? Aye, we were transporting goods from the Deadfire to Defiance Bay when a storm took us off course and ran us aground here. Only I survived. You should consider sailing the islands of the Deadfire, my friend. Yeah, that's for the next game. No more beautiful a realm exists in the whole world. I can't wait until I play that one. So, what are you selling? The ship's cargo, goods from the Deadfire, a few personal trinkets, all of the highest quality. I wouldn't sell them, but without coin, how am I to return to my homeland? Indeed. Let me see your wares. Oh, the DLC was called something else. I don't remember what it was. Just I don't know what the DLC was called. Wasn't DLC called something else before? Oh no, you're asking a different question. I didn't understand. They were called. Nah, well, I guess DLC didn't really start existing until we started getting just sort of little bits of things. I don't remember exactly when it started, but it must have been around the Xbox 360 era. I think it was. Probably a little bit before, I don't know. But somewhere around that time, what we had before were expansions. You just got expansions, like Diablo 2. Well, Diablo 1 also has the Hellfire expansion, I think. Diablo 2 has the Lord of Destruction and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so we have... First off, very expensive stuff. We do have a little bit of money. But I am I'm more interested in the Soulbound stuff. This is really nice stuff, though. So we got 6. Yeah, this is really good. Hellman's uniform. This is really good. It is enchanted, though. So it's not going to be upgradable in the long run. But it's nice for now. And we have Valiant clothing. That's expensive for what it is. It means nothing. Okay, so we have Fulvano's Blunderbuss. It's also enchanted. It's not very expensive. No, it is. It's not very valuable, but it is expensive. It's the most expensive item he has. Okay, so this thing... I don't really use that too much. One-Eyed Molina's Goldfinger. Is this enchanted? What's the... Is this... Oh, this is Soulbound. Okay. Now we're dealing with... Now we're cooking with gas. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah, nobody says it's not okay to be pterodactyl. There's some people that say it's... There's some people that say... Some people say it's not okay. If you know what I mean. And of course there's some people... Anyway. Let's not get into that. So what I want to do is... I want to actually... I want to buy only the weapons that I know I'll use. So... And I want to see if I actually have to. So first off, let's go over here into characters. And see what we have over here. In terms of my specializations. We have there... With... Knight specialization. Battle axe, a sword, a morning star, and a crossbow. Okay. Battle axe, a sword, a morning star, and a crossbow. So if he has a sword or a morning star, that'd be amazing. Let me see your wares. This is soulbound as well. These are not. These are normal. So that's a club. These are soulbound as well. Interesting. I like that. They're not weapons. Grants Firebrand. 3 times per turn. I don't know. I want to get these things. But we're not going to really get the weapons. I mean, this one is nice. I could get that for myself. I just bought a very nice one. I mean, I guess I can compare. Not for you though. Not for you. Get that away. Can compare it with yours. Like this one does extremely high damage. It's probably fast as well. It's still very slow. Attack speed is a little bit higher though. Well, it's a nice weapon. I might use it. We'll see. As for these ones, I do want to get them. Okay, Company Captain's Hat. Resolve and Dexterity. That's pretty good. I'm gonna get those. So first, let's sell. How do I do that? Oh, over here. Okay. So sort this by sell low to high. So I just click all of these things because I want none of them. And hopefully I'll make a bunch of money. Well, I don't want none of them, but I don't want almost any. And these things I'm gonna keep because they might be necessary, I suppose. These are the same. So sell one of them. That is not the same. That looks... No, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of money, but I don't know if we'll be able to buy both of them. We're gonna be broke. We're gonna be mostly broke, unfortunately. We have Alice leather thing. We have a fine breastplate and a fine brigandine. Fine hide armor. These are nice armors. Fine leather armor. Fine, yeah, let's sell these. And a fine robe. Fine scale. What is that for? Defense rating of or damage reduction of 9. That's a 35. Yeah, it's just basically a configuration of that. That's good. Pelagina's breastplate. I'm not selling that one. Oh, we are going to be able to buy things. Good. Okay. So, we're buying. Yeah, it's called CP because it's copper. It's the abbreviation for copper, I think. It's not the only money though. There's other money. So I have this war club over here, and this is, what kind of weapon is it? It's a club. That's what it is. And we have an arbalest. Okay. So I'm just gonna get these two things. That's so expensive. I hope I have money. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so this one gives dexterity, which is pretty good for pretty much everything. But I want something to have extra accuracy. I have a lot of dexterity. You have action speed, yeah. Reflex. It's not just dexterity, is it? What is it? Dexterity and resolve. Okay, okay. It's all good. So how do I see that? Let's see. Resolve is good for deflection. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. So dexterity for her. He doesn't have as much deflection. So I guess getting you, what's the accuracy here? You have a little bit more accuracy. I think I'm gonna give her that hat. No, she can't have that hat. I forgot about that. She does not wear hats. You do. Look at how lovely he looks. Okay, and then I bind the soul. Let's see. Let's read about this thing. Serial, yeah, it's everywhere, I suppose, the CP. Let's see. The Vailian Trading Company, the only mercantile company with the full backing of all 5 Duke Bells of the Vailian Republic, has established itself as a thriving power in the Deadfire Archipelago. While involved in numerous trades, the VTC, which is the Vailian Trading Company, its primary interest in the region rests in the presence of rare and valuable form of Adra. This feathered tricorn hat bears the company's mark on its inner lining. Its dapper styling accentuates the wearer's grace and allure, helping them stay in command during the most onerous of predicaments. Actually, that is really cool. Let's bind that soul. Are you sure you want a soulbind company captain's cap to company captain's hat? That alliteration right there. To Ether. Once bound, this item cannot be equipped by any other character. But I can sever the bind. So, whatever that will do. Take 30 damage from the enemies or 300 enemies from enemies to unlock the next level. Okay, that's really cool. I did not mess with the soul bounds too much before, and I should have. That's really cool. Let's see what this one is. Belt of the Royal Deadfire Cannoneer. Part paramilitary navy and part mercantile trade guild. The Royal which is pretty much how everything worked back then. The Royal Deadfire Company strives to spread Rawatayan hegemony throughout the Deadfire Archipelago. The RDC, which is the Royal Deadfire Cannoneer, boasts iron-shod ships bristling with heavy weaponry crewed by loyal and efficient sailors, advantages that help the company maintain an influential presence in the region. This belt of fine shark skin bears the geometric tooling common to Rawatayan fashion, and within the shallow grooves of each right angle hide arcane sigils, though its material does not feel unusual to the touch. The belt imparts the wearer a feeling of comfortable warmth. Okay, and it grants Firebrand, which is nice to have. But the thing is, she has Firebrand already. Flames of Devotion. No, she doesn't. What does Firebrand do? Just gives you a weapon? Is that it? Because I think Adler is going to be the one to get that. Firebrand. What is it? It's a great sword. Okay, that's a different thing then. Who likes great swords? It's a very good great sword, but who likes great swords? Do you like great swords? It's a knight thing. No, he does not like great swords. I think somebody else has capability of liking great swords. He doesn't. Do you? Okay. Yeah. So I think she's the one that's gonna get this. What do you have over there? Damage reduction, pierce and slash. That's nice. The thing is, she doesn't have a weapon specialization. Oh, she has a sword? No! You shouldn't do that. Oh, crap. That fine sword is really good, though. His fine sword is. It's really nice. Yeah, she shouldn't have a sword. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Let's soulbind it to her. No, actually, I should soulbind it to somebody that has a lot of might. She doesn't have a lot of might. He does. Do you like that? Would you like a firebrand endurance?
He would not.
I could give him a bit of a better armor. I just want these things, really. Take 100 damage from ranged enemies to unlock the next level. Oh, he's gonna take. I can... Wait a minute, what? You can't equip this? Why can't you equip this? Belt of Royal Deadfire can unear soul bound to Heravius. No, that's not what I need. Sever the binding. All abilities have been awakened by the belts. Deadfire will be lost. Okay. There we go. I clicked on the wrong person. My bad. So Heravius doesn't have that. Okay. Now let's sell the rest of the stuff that I have, because I still have some things, because I really need the money. This is not safe to mess around with. I have a cloak of things over here. And then I have... Probably should sell the grimoires, really. I probably should sell the grimoires. Got a pike, we got a great sword over there. I'm not going to need that, so I'm going to sell. Do I have a sword? I have a dagger, a fine pistol. I have a awesome great sword over there that nobody uses, so I should just sell it. Justice. I probably should sell it. I'm most certain I'm going to get better things. And the stiletto, nobody's going to use that. So I just want to have a little bit of money. Oh, and then we have a lot of hats. How did I have these many hats? Hats for everybody. And I think that's good. What is this? Other. Are these meant to be sold? I mean, they don't sell for very much, so I'm not going to sell that. Transaction pen, leave anyway, yes. Okay, well, we did that, which is great. And now I need to get out of here. Fantastic. So we got 2 new soulbound items, and I can come back at any time. Actually, I forgot what the other ones were. One was a club that we're not going to use, really. Jaheira is not here. Jaheira is not around. It could be like an acronym for... Or not an acronym, sort of a reference or something. So this one is a club. Nobody wants that. And this one is the one that I could go for, but I don't have the money. We'll mess with that later. It's fine. I will have the money plenty soon. Don't you worry about that, because we are going to the city of the Fine Space. So the Western Barbican is going to be ready. No. Quick save. In 1 day, exactly. Let's see. 10 hours. 1 day and 2 hours. It's good. I'm going to arrive with the Western Barbican ready. And we're going to make more stuff. It's loading. Keep forgetting that this one takes a long time.
Looks a little healthier than before.
It does. Why doesn't have... It doesn't have anything over there. Interesting. Well, yeah, of course, now I need to spend a lot of money. Something that takes a long time and is cheap, please. These things are expensive. These things are fast. I think I found the best thing up here. 3 days for the towers. Do it. Do it. Now, we can rest in here, but I'm not gonna, because I kind of want to get to the Fine Space as soon as possible in game time. And we're taking all of these guys. The soundtrack is really low. me. Ah, my volume is okay. I'm pretty sure something happened. I think we might be in sort of dialogue mode or something. So, yeah. Let's go. So, we are going to Defiance Bay. We are here in Cadnua. So, Woodland Plain. We could go there immediately. But let's start with the bridge. Yeah, because it's fast getting from the bridge to the city. So yeah, let's start with the bridge because there's people out here, people that we didn't talk to too much, or some people anyway. That's a commoner. And I haven't been sneaking, which I should be. That was a murdered burp. You probably heard that. Sorry. Okay, there's nobody. I don't think there's any secret places in the bridge. Or, you know, secret stashes. And nobody here either. Okay. There's just the guy that stopped us. Yeah, we didn't talk to this Justisar. I'm looking for the Temple of Odika. If you say so. First fires. I know. Ooh, addendum. Never far from the Queen. Oh, I know that. That's the quest. That's the main quest. So what can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Oh, sorry, but I don't have time right now. But it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan is stirring up trouble again. Yeah, we didn't talk about this before, but we did meet this Rowan dude and the Dozens. He explained to us what they were and all that, and what's going on in Defiance Bay. Because everybody hates the Animancers. The Animancers are the people that mess with people's souls. Actually study the souls of people, but still. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city. Liberally flavored with Dozens propaganda, of course. Quite. Yeah, you seem to be on edge. What's the problem? It's the Dozens. Of course. Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all the parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here. It's not. That the legacy somehow passed us over. The legacy being that babies are being born without souls. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. And yeah, goodbye. And good luck to you. Are the castles realistic in this game? Well... Considering, I can't really see very well from here, but this is a good, well, it's not, actually. It's not very good. Realistic yeah, they are. Nah, they're not, actually. This is impossible. I was just saying. The portcullis being sort of semi-raised kind of gives credence that it would not be capable of rising further, but when you have a great gatehouse with a portcullis, which is this thing that rises and lowers, you need to have space on top of it, not only for the gate that rises, but also for the mechanism. And it has a name, and I don't remember the name of the mechanism. Also, this would be perfect for just having bridges over here, or at least towers. But towers would be kind of irrelevant. Not bridges, sorry, gatehouses over here. And frankly, this gatehouse should be over there, not over there, because it allows people to just get over there. So... yeah. Also, another thing is the way the bridge is built. There's no indication over here that it is actually arced, which is, and it probably wouldn't need to be arced, considering that it has so many of these little posts. So, it just, why would they do this? There's no reason to do that, because you can see the arcs over here. So that's another little bit. And I'm just nitpicking, really, because I didn't pay attention to that. But Jung very, very nicely asked about that. Also, I'm seeing reflections over here, and that is a little bit weird. It might be just the pre-rendered stuff. Another problem over here that you'll see is the Merlins. They seem to be about normal height. Unfortunately, there's no actual wall. And the Merlins are further back from the edge of the wall, which is bad, because you'd be hiding behind that, and then you need to come over here to shoot down. And you can't actually shoot down. There's another thing that tells me that maybe the designers didn't know what they were doing, which is this thing. You see that over there? That is a, I don't know the name actually, I'm sorry, but this is used on drawbridges. This should have a drawbridge. This basically what it should do is the bridge should end over here, with a gatehouse right there, and a drawbridge that opened onto the bridge, so you could just stop it and have a natural moat, because you do have a moat, so yeah. As it is, there's no defense, so that's bad. But yeah, that tells me that they like the look of that thing, because it's common on castles. But the problem is that just holds these sconces, which do absolutely nothing, because you wouldn't want sconces up there anyway, because they light nothing. You would want sconces down here, because they warm up people and light them, which is good because they can see each other, which is bad because the enemies can also see them. But this is not a wartime thing. And elsewhere looks like normal castle to me. There's a little bit of these things that is completely irrelevant. This sort of footing of the wall. Let's go to Copper Lane and mess with the dozens. And then over here we just have normal castles. They look okay. Those Merlins back there on that tower are way too tall. They could be just decorative. You see these things? Merlons. That's what they are called. And that wall seems a little bit too short as well, but that's fine. It doesn't matter too much. And then, of course, a good battlement over here with double... well, actually, a good rampart with double battlements, which is great. Which is battlements on either the inside or the outside. Of course, in a city of this size, that makes sense, actually. And we have another gatehouse over here. This gatehouse doesn't have gates, doesn't have the portcullis at all. There's no positioning, so it's just missed opportunity. It's not good. It's not doing anything there. But yeah, it's normal stuff. It's more of a fortified city than a castle. Good point. Yeah, it is a fortified city. Still, the criticisms that are raised are still valid, though, regarding just, you know, it's missed opportunities, which is how you usually defend things. Oh, and that's Rowan. We talked to him already. He just explained things. Let me just see if he has any new stuff.
friend.
No. Oh, and by the way, if you are really interested in castles, there is a YouTuber that kind of focuses on that. I found him out while I was looking for information about... Well, I was looking for information about The Witcher 3's Kaer Morhen Castle of the Witchers. Over the Witchers of the Wolf, anyway. And he has a video on that, and he just analyzes video game castles. Really, really cool. He knows a lot of stuff. And he knows all the names and all that sort of stuff, so that's pretty cool. His name is Shad. Well, actually, his channel's name is Shadiversity. That's S-H-A Diversity. That's supposed to be university. So there it is. S-H-A-D Eversity. That's the channel. You should check it out because it's awesome. It's really cool. And also, it's dabbling in movies, but he's not as good as that. If I may say that. He's not as good with the movies. He's better with the games. Even though his later stuff is better. He's getting better though. But it's all very nice. It's all very cool. See these breaches? Now that is something that I can understand. There's an arch, which doesn't look to be a proper arch, because that thing would break. But it might be steel reinforced for all I know. I don't know. It's not very well designed as an arch, but that's fine. I can respect that. And it has a wooden platform thing, which would be interesting if they wanted to make it more sort of a temporary bridge, just sort of divide the city. And over here we have the waters. They smell faintly of refuse. Yeah, they would be filled with refuse, because that's what the waters are for in cities like this. Because how do you have, like this thing? This is an inn. We're going in there. We've been in there already. This is an inn. Where does all the poo go? Actually, there probably isn't indoor plumbing. So the question would be, where do they poo? That's an interesting question to ask. Well, in this case, where do they piss? We got an actress over there. Hey, miss. You'll find all sorts. Everyone's a philosopher here. Except for you. You're an actress? Well, I guess she can be a philosopher as well. This Stelgar spelt is thick with dust and moths. The plaque below the beast says, Maiden Falls 2682. I actually should know what the time it is. Whew, that's 150 years back, which means it's at the foundation of the Deerwood. Well, actually, not the foundation, at the sort of... It's at the foundation, where they kind of ran away from... Their country ran away from the Aedirians. Welcome to the Goose and Fox, thank you. Okay, let me see if I can get a little bit of robbing going on. There's some interesting stuff in this place. Not with the robbing things, but with the people that are in here. Okay, there we go. We have 2 beers. 2 ales, I guess. Sort of same thing. Not really. Hey!
Well met, friend.
The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Aumaua. He's a man, though. He's a human. Aumaua is the sort of giant dudes. The race. Handle protrudes from his back. Oh, a handle protrudes from his back. That's interesting. And his face is set with a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? He asks. Could I get a room? I'll show you what I've got. Yeah, he's got some interesting rooms. I don't have money. My money disappeared. I can recruit things, but... Oh, I have these things. I shouldn't have those over there. And I can re-roll my characters, which is really cool. I think that was added... that might have been in the original game already. But I don't remember that being in the original game already. So I'll say that was added with the last batch. It wasn't. I'll order some refreshments. I just want to get through the dialogues. Tell me about yourself. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Barath, the god of death. The guy that we killed in Gilded Vale liked. Now I run the Goose and Fox. Yeah. How did you go from religion to the taverns? Or to running taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Oliborn and with this. And he takes a black bottle from under the bar and fills the pewter cup. It was my sister's son. He takes a drink. At the beginning of Waidwen's legacy, he was one of the first. Oh, his sister's son was born without a soul. I never expected there would be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. So you lost your faith? Well, Barath promises rebirth, cycles, but the only cycle I found was this one. And he taps the bar. Have a drink, have another, and another until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up, come back. I finally woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they left before I just hadn't noticed. But they were gone. So I came here. I've cleaned up since then. Not that I've found my answers. I've just stopped asking questions. Well, that's actually rather a normal way of dealing with it. Just drown your sorrows in drink, and there we go. I wonder if we're gonna find his family later. Or pieces of them, anyway. It's a lively place in here. It was founded in the early days of Deerwood and Independence by a traveling scholar named Errol of Levy. I think we will hear of him before or later. He wanted a place where kith of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. He rests his elbow on the polished wood of the bar. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats, that's another district of the city, argued with dock workers from the Gift, which is the dock, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Deerwoodans have never known to turn down an argument. Yeah, what happened next? Soon, kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. This place got even more popular with the Valiant sailors from the Salty Mast. And that was the problem. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate, especially if you give them alcohol. So yeah, Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thane. I think that Thane there is a position of power. It's miswritten from the Then, but sure, it's meant to be like that. And when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of that Thane. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town. Hid out somewhere, hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay, which they kind of had so far. Defiance Bay is a nice place right now, but the dozens are really nasty, so yeah, we'll see. And yeah. 2,000-year-old castles, man. I've never been to anything like that. I have been to places with 2,000 years of history, but not castles, though. We don't have them here in Portugal. And I've never left the country because I'm a loser. Because, well, it goes all in hand. But yeah, we do have a bunch of castles here. Not as many as other European countries, though. Or even other countries elsewhere, because the north of Africa has a lot of castles as well. And the Middle East as well. A lot of very interesting looking ones as well. Oh yeah, they were very, very cramped, Pterodactyl. Definitely very cramped. They did... Yeah, this... Even an inn like this would be a big long house, like 3 big long houses or something like that. There's nothing like this in anywhere. And you can imagine, I mean, look at that. You'd have another table over there, and another one over there, and another one over there. And you'd have as many tables as you have in this room. No, you need a few others. But the thing why they are like this is because of the type of game we play in. So that's the reason. I think the closest you'll get to are always going to be third-person games. And The Witcher 3 did a very good job at cramped places. But it's still not as cramped as they could be. I really wish... I really got a very nice feeling... I'm not claustrophobic. I kind of have the opposite of that. Not really. I'm not agoraphobic either, or however it's pronounced. But I really get a nice feeling from a place that's really cozy and tight and just sort of all cramped. I really like that. I don't know why. I guess just I grew up with that. I suppose not really, but you know, I like that. I like that a lot, and I wish maybe there was a way to make games like that. It's kind of tricky though. I think maybe with VR you could get that easily enough, actually. That feeling. But of course, there's no way to emulate the feeling I get. There's no way to get me the feeling, but to get everybody else. I guess if you're claustrophobic, you're not going to like it. But I like it. It's cozy. I like it. There's a castle close to you, Jung. Nice. Have you been there? You should. Hey, Lycanthropos, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? It's been a while. Welcome on in. Oh, only the keep is left standing. Oh, yeah. Well, still, the keep is... The rest of the stuff is kind of meh. From the castle, it's good from a history perspective. But, yeah. Next to me, we have... Let's see. The closest castle that I have to me. I've actually been close to that. It's the original capital castle of Portugal. About 50 kilometers away. There are quite a few fortified towers, though, like 400, 500 years of age. That original castle of Portugal is the original fortification, which is not the one that's left standing because they rebuilt and all that sort of stuff, as it usually goes. It's from 1170-something, I want to say, or maybe 1240-something. I don't actually remember. I studied that. I actually had a paper on that castle. I have another castle... to the south, about 100 kilometers away. There's another one further still, like 150 kilometers away. That's much newer though. The one to the south is about 300 years old. The other one is actually it's 400 or something, and the other one is newer. It's like after Spain stopped being part of our dynasty, like 200 and something years ago, or about 300 maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but there's a bunch of castles to the south because the capital is to the south. I'm to the north of Portugal, by the way. Are you addicted to the game, Lycanthropus? Oh, that's great. That's great. Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, that's great. It's really cool. Yeah, if I ever suggest, I mean, of course, if you don't enjoy any sort of past history and that's fine. But if you have any monument or castle near you, not if it's like in a city over there and just you don't care about that city, but if it's in your city or in your region, or if it's related to the history of the place that you live in, even if you're not from there. Originally, if you were born somewhere else, you should visit it. You really should. It's important to. It's not. I mean, it's cool to know, just because, but it's also important to keep the history alive. And if people don't visit, especially people from around there, it sucks. And castles are a really nice place for a date. So if you ever find yourself in need of getting, going with somebody to some place and you don't want to go to a bar because why? Go to a castle. It's pretty awesome. And then go to a bar. I guess. Or somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, the Italians though. The Italians really knew how to do their castles. Most of our castles have been rebuilt by an Italian designer that came around Portugal about the 1570s, somewhere around there. And yeah, and he quit smoking because of a game. Fantastic, man! You should buy that game again with all the money you're gonna save in both cigarettes or whatever you smoked, and then the health bills as well. And congratulations on quitting smoking, by the way. Hey, Troublewire, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. Oh, we're getting castles in the chat today. Great! You guys enjoy that. I'm gonna enjoy... I can't click, because... I mean, I could just send my mouse over there. But but we're playing, and it's different. Ooh, that miserable bastard. Oh, what does that lady want? These hiccups. Let's see what that is. A dragon is outlined in charcoal pencil. The thick, jagged lines and faint smell of sulfur suggest that the artist completed his sketch in a hurry. Cliff Dragon, White March, 2685. So it's all in the same dates. It's the foundation of this place, actually.
I'm
not
here.
sure if it's the foundation of Defiance Bay, though. I'm not sure. I guess we'll learn that. Or maybe we have already, and I guess I can look at that. If I go in here into Cyclopedia, locations. Dang it. Deerwood, 2672. So that's that. Does it say anything about Defiance Bay? How about lore? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, that's that. We don't know when Defiance Bay was founded. Maybe a Wikipedia will tell us. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her, which might be a dagger, and watching it with furious intent, though it's probably not then. It's about the size of a coin, and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. This is not a good time, she asks. She says, you look like you could use another drink. I'll get there. And she takes a long drink from her glass, just trying to calm down, and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Oh, something foolish. She says nothing for a few moments, as if hoping you'll leave. At last, she looks up at you, she hasn't introduced herself yet, and lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming around her cheekbone. There's something I need to give to my fiancé, Pernisk. He doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Who hit you? She shakes her head. I know how this looks, but you don't understand. It's not like Persnick. It's these new friends of his. They've brought out the worst of him. Tell me about these new friends, then. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Persnick makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Drugs? Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift, but not under my roof. And she scowls and winces, her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Sveff changes you. Oh, it's the drugs. Yeah, Sveff. The Persnick I knew wouldn't have squashed the spider. I never thought he'd... Oh, no, he was the one that hit her. Oh. I was actually thinking that they hit her the way she did it, because it's these new friends, so I thought... Yeah. Interesting. I thought Svefs just made people lay around not doing much. It's like weed? Sort of. I don't really know, she says. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Yeah, you might be in denial. Maybe I could go talk to him? Her hand rests on the table and she clenches it into a white-knuckled fist. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. And she opens her hand and a ring clatters onto the table. That's because I am honest. It was his grandfather's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I could go back there, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. And she points to her bruise. But I've heard you're trustworthy. If you give this back to him, he'll know we're done. Sure. Yeah. The house is just north of here. Just please don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. I'm gonna try. Or I'm gonna send him to my dungeons. Do you know where the word dungeon comes from? That's an interesting tale. We're talking about castles, so I could tell you. A donjon, which actually I don't know what it actually means, but John is the name of it's a name. The donjon, those are two words. A donjon is the furthest room away from everything else, and it was about 1,000 years ago, the name given to the highest room in a tower, in a keep. When I say tower, it's a keep. The word keep is very tricky to apply, but basically in a castle there's a keep, and that's the highest, the tallest room, that's the donjon. And in some castles, that room was used as the chamber of the lord, or maybe it was used as the prison, because it's very far away, it's just over there, and that's where the princess in the tower comes from, because she's just very far away in the donjon. Now that word kind of corrupted to be dungeon, which kind of seems a little bit similar to the French, because Jean, it's written kind of like the John in dungeon, and it's John in French. And of course, the donjon also, because it was so closely related to what a prison was, even though it was the farthest away room from everything, it became synonym with prison. Yeah, the prison is below, so that's the dungeon, and that's where the word comes from. In a nutshell, anyway. Malbork. Oh, I don't know about that castle, Carraher, but I will need to look into that. The largest castle in the world measured by land area. That's interesting. Oh, some of them trying to climb the walls? Yeah, well, it's a fun adventure. It's just you fall down there and you hurt yourself, or they actually damage the walls. Yeah. Oh, you eat more because you don't smoke? That's a thing. Yes, I know. Just be careful with the fats and the sugars and all that. But mostly with the fats. The sugars are okay. Oh, boy. 9 kilograms in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Oh, boy. Just as long as you keep doing exercise, which in turn is also good for you, Lycanthropus. Oh, for everybody. Exercise, because it will clean out your lungs, and it's just good all around. And it's fun as well. If you have the time, of course. I would love to do exercise myself. I just don't have the time, unfortunately. Well, I do have the time. I just prefer playing video games. Helsingborg has a lot of history. Oh, thank you for the link, Junk. Helsingborg. That's an interesting name. It's not the most interesting Swedish name, though. But it's nice. Yeah, there's also junk food that you can get that is not junk food. It's usually more expensive than junk food, but it depends on where you are. I found that whole grain bread and whole grain cookies and that sort of stuff, for some reason, will fill me up a whole lot more than other cookies, and that's awesome because I just buy them and it's just awesome. That's kind of get full. I like having a comfortable stomach, and that thing just kind of it's not getting full. It's just kind of it's nice. What's this guy saying? Ondra's beacon lies dormant. Oh, this is the town greeter, or not town greeter, the guy that shouts things. Crier, that's the word. Let's actually hear about the news. Please move along. I have a long list to get through. Yeah, it's saying news. I know the news. We'll get to all of it in due time. Okay, let's keep looking around. We have some very... Oh, a supplicant has arrived from Twin Elms seeking 1,000 or an escort. 1,000 coppers. I can do that. If ignored, no, I can send an escort. We have plenty of that. I'll send you and your teeth. And there we go. It's perfect. 1,000 coppers. Are you crazy? I don't have money. I do. Just I bought things. Oh, by the way, I wonder. So, look at this. He's got a new hat, right? The CCC. And it's from enemies. I was gonna attack him and see if the 300 damage there would work, but apparently he needs to be hit by enemies, which is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be. I'm gonna farm that if I can. Well, that's interesting. That's really cool. I like that, especially on maximum difficulty, which I'm playing. I know, Tribal Bar, that sugars are worse than fats. I know. There's fat diets and stuff that will get you better. They are really nasty. I'm just saying because they taste nicer. I know that. I was being facetious. I thought that was common knowledge, actually, to the point where I was being facetious and didn't feel like saying that sugar is really bad for you. It hurts that it is. Nah, raw vegetables don't work. Yeah, it depends on the quality of the vegetables as well. Here in Portugal, actually, it's very easy for me to get just good quality vegetables. To the point where basically, if I go to a shopping, sort of a place that sells vegetables, grocery store, that's the word. And if I compare those vegetables to the one my grandmother gives me, pretty much the same thing. The ones of my grandmother's are a little bit tastier, I guess. Depends. A little bit more acid. The stuff grown where I live is bad. Just it's not as good. Especially tomatoes. Tomatoes are terrible. I hate tomatoes because of that. I like store-bought tomatoes. Be careful with carrots, though. If you eat too much, you'll turn orange. That is not a joke. It's actually a real thing. And I know of a person, I don't know that person, but I know of a person who is a family member, when she was a kid, I think, got turned orange because she ate so much raw carrots. So be careful with that. That's why bunnies are all orange. It's not. Bunnies don't eat carrots either. Oh, I mean, in the wild anyway. You did it a couple of times, Pterodactyl. Yeah. Quit smoking, yeah. Coffee's the stuff. Tea's the stuff as well. Both the stuffs are the stuffs. It's like, what do you like, cats or dogs? Both. Why not both? Give me all of them. Yeah. Persnick's house. I remembered where this was. Look at me knowing this stuff. Ain't I amazing? Let's go in there. Yeah, I like tea. I like coffee. I don't drink too much coffee because it is bad for the nervous system. For my nervous system. And there's a bunch of addicts in here. And mercenaries. I remember being here. Oh, I remember being here. This might go very badly. Just as a heads up, can I get their stats? I can. Look at that. If you hover over them like this, you don't get the thing. But if you do that, you do. Pretty cool. Okay, so we have... That's not stealing, so I'm just going to stake that. Tea from Long Island. I've never had one. I could have one, but it was 15 euros. Wait a minute. Was it 17? It was really a lot. It was really a lot. And I was like, nope, I am not spending that much. I can eat at McDonald's 3 times for that money. So screw that noise. And I didn't. I had a cup of coffee instead. Not a cup of coffee, actually. An espresso. Because we don't have a cup of coffees. We don't do that. It's not. Ugh. What's this? Starbucks? Ugh. Okay, so what we have? We have mercenaries. Can I talk to you guys? Feel free to make yourself comfortable down here. Top floor is off limits. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Persnick's over there. So Persnick is the fiancé, not the husband, of... I can't get that? Of that lady that we talked to.
It's no trouble. Hope that helps.
It did. And we have ourselves a scepter and some money. The money is important. The scepter, not so much. The guard holds up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around, he says. Yeah, I can, but will I? The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Yeah, I wanted to get here. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there. That's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svef, you're not going to much care where you're going, when you are anyway. It's fine. I told you to keep clear. Oh no. I didn't want to start combat. I knew about this. Just not about your magic things, though. But I don't want to start combat here. I want to talk to Persnick's first. Oh, I'm not reloading. That's the word. Bears as pets. Can you do that? Is that a thing?
Hope that helps.
Can you get bears as pets? I am suspicious. I don't know if you're being... Gummy bears, yes. You can have gummy bears on a leash. I smoke the good stuff. Oh, boy. I know, it's a drink. I know. Long Island iced tea. That's why I said it's very expensive. At least the one I saw, anyway. It's the only one I ever saw as well. On a list. So let's have a chat with Persnick and see what he has to say. The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Persnick, and this is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope that you're in here to do some business. Seems like a lot of guards for one man. You must be popular. He raises a brow. Sure thing. Very perceptive. Shut up. I know I'm very perceptive. It says over there. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele gets a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. Yeah, like your fiancée not being allowed to leave in her house. That's how that goes. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all that, of course. I gained experience, nice. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the SVEF. You're free to make use of the premises, so long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get tangling with other customers. Now, what can I get you? So, what is SVEF? You're serious? SVEF's worth every pound, my friend. That's one money. That's one type of money. It's incredible. Let's you see your own soul. Really? And you're looking at Defiance Base first and foremost SVEF merchant. Okay, let me have a look at your store. I have SVEF. What does it do, actually? Plus 15 attack speed and plus movement speed. And then there's a crash after that, which which removes resolve. It's not that bad. I don't really need it, but sure. Okay, quest updated. His old self. Uncover what happened at Persnick's house in Copper Lane. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to go upstairs. It's gonna be interesting. I might need to get a buff or something for the whole thing. His liver, it was very eloquent there. And he died. Well, there we go. Who said that the words have no power? No, in Soviet Russia, you're the pet of a bear. That's how bears have pets. Yeah, I guess bears have pets is pretty good as well. Typing, yay! Okay, let's talk to Persnick over here and tell him that Kenra asked me to give you this. Nice. What is this for? I'm gonna remain silent. I'm not gonna be clever. He shrugs. Well, whatever this is about, it's a fine ring. Looks like it should sell for a pretty pend. Thanks, friend. Now, is that all? How dare you hit your own fiancée? How can you live with yourself? She was asking for it. I know, I remember what's going on. Sort of like you, right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs that concern you. Me, I've got business to get back to. Doors that way. Yeah, I remember what it was for, but I guess if you don't know what's going on, you might already have figured it out. Yeah, something's not right here, and I don't plan on leaving until I found out what's going on. Then you won't be leaving at all, friend. I was tired of wearing this face anyway. It's right there. Guards, to me. Oh, he turns into a spellcaster. Oh boy. No. This is not a good position. She would die, and I need her for casting some pretty awesome things. How could I do this, though? Let's see. I can talk to you. Just make sure. I'm not gonna give him the ring. Yeah, I get myself into here.
Hey.
And what I need is to get Ether back there, and then I can bring him back over here. Because this is a good position, I think. I think this is a good position. So this guy, I go where I please, and then please go elsewhere, the guy says, rolling his eyes. Oh, just like that, huh? Go on. There's nothing up there anyhow. Fine, I'll be going. Okay, so he gets upset, and they turn into whatever those guys are. What are they? And we have a mercenary in here. Oh, okay. So I need to go over there. And I just start by attacking that mercenary. Okay, so this guy immediately gets ambushed. Oh, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to switch to that and fall back. Okay, and now you are going to do some amazing things over here with his secret horrors. Well, that mercenary right there. And you are going to cast some armor, because I need that. And you're going to stop. You're going to start attacking that. Oh, there's summoning things, or these guys are appearing out of nowhere. I don't really know what's going to happen here. I know I should be attacking this guy. Durance should be... Oh, no, he's casting a spell, so let him do that. Let's see. What is Itumak attacking? That guy over there. So you're going to attack that guy over there for extra damage. Let's see what happens. Selenumra finished her ability, which is great. And I'm going to start attacking that guy over there. And Durance is still not finished with his ability. That's fine. I think everything is going to be okay. Actually, if I can send you down, I could kind of... it's got 30%. Let's give it a try. Okay, Durance is finally done with his ability. So I'm going to switch his thing and attack this guy, who's the only one that is actually attacking him. So let's see how that goes. Ether finished his ability. He's down. Okay, so I need to go ahead and kill that guy. Oh. Oh, Ether. You didn't do it on time. Okay, you're going to need to do that. Okay, that's good. So he's engaged with all of those guys. That's great. Okay, I'm going to do the dazzling thing that is amazing. Quick, please. Okay, and then you need to do this protection because it's just good. Selenumra finished their ability. Let's see, who's attacking him? Hiravius now. Hiravius can handle himself. I don't know what that guy's doing, but... Hiravius, switch. And murder. Somebody just blew up. How exactly did that happen? 21 damage? Sure. Oh, it's poison. Sickened. That's fine. Yeah, just keep at it. It'll be fine. Let's get that guy there. I say it's gonna be fine, but I don't really know. You finished your ability. You're gonna get another heal over here. Right there. Sagani's good where she is. I think we'll be okay here. Okay, Durance finished his ability. So he's being attacked by that, which means that I need you to attack that. Hiravius is, yeah, he's that. Cat Flurry. Oh, that's, no, that's a per rest. Ah, well, let's do that. Durance probably should get Holy Power. Yeah. See that friendly aura go on in. The AI is gonna take care of a few things here. Ether, how's it going, man? You're kind of being attacked by everybody, and that is the hope anyway. How much damage have you taken? 66. That's quite bad. It's got so much deflection that takes forever. Actually, I can move him around. And it just allows the attacks of opportunity. Okay, you're gonna need that. Durance finished his ability. Good. Let's attack that guy. That's 2 kills. Oh, Durance, get back. Okay, you need to get yourself... Oh, yeah, we're definitely getting good things over here. Disengaging. Whew! That was awful. Let's get a heal over there. What is going on? Oh, she's going down. She's going down. She's not gonna die, though.
The angry one is...
Yeah, Durance is down. This is really bad. It's a spellcaster. Disengage. Just kill him. He's got a lot of shields. Stop, says Nereid. He staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave. I'll go peacefully, alright? Nope, you can go peacefully into my dungeon. That's your only choice. Okay, so we need that. Oh no, there's still another guy. This was a really nasty dungeon. Or a really nasty, not dungeon, a really nasty encounter. Endurance is back, which is great. Not really sure how. And I'm gonna keep moving him around. It's not really engaged, though. There we go. Pieces of meat go flying everywhere. That's my favorite. No, don't. Why did you show me that? What happened? Why did you show me that? I know what that is. Why? You saw that? What was that all about? That was weird. Okay.
Need
Okay.
something?
Yeah, needed to switch to that. So, he was not the thing. The guy. So I still have the ring, which is great. And of course, the clue was when he didn't know what was going on. These addicts didn't care about any of this. They're just addicts. They're... Wait, what's happening? Am I imagining this? Sure. Bananas. You're too sleepy to type, character. That's fine. To eat, actually. Don't eat too much. It's all good. Let's steal everything, even though this is not the what does it say over there? What's this? The pots are crusted shut with some unidentifiable gunk. What? What's that supposed to be? Let's go upstairs anyway. There's nothing up there anyway, said the guy. I wonder if that's true. I know it's not true. We have enemies. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is really bad. Okay, this is gonna go well. Have you attack this, and have everybody back here attack this guy, and have you get the mental binding. Yeah, let's go with that, because that's a really powerful ability anyway. Okay, Ether is taking nice amounts of damage, which is fantastic. I don't know if Durance actually took any ranged damage. Yeah, he didn't. I don't know how I'm gonna level him up with that, to be honest. It's gonna be tricky. He's really not in a position where... Nah, just keep attacking that. Is it really not in a position where I could play around with that? I need to, like, find the perfect enemy and do that. A ranged enemy. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a weird thing. Okay, Ether, move around. Disengage. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Getting extra damage on there. Because he doesn't have that much endurance. Disengage. There we go, getting more. Yeah, it's going well. Reckless assault, zealous. Yeah, this guy's going down. Ooh, what will I stream after Pillars of Eternity? I don't know, Jung. That's so far in the future. It's so far in the future. It probably will happen that I will finish the other game that I'm streaming on weekends before Pillars of Eternity, and then I'll have another issue. Or another question. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm open to suggestions. I might have some ideas already, but I don't remember any of them, so I guess I don't know. I guess that's a true thing that I don't know. And we got a key, a rusty bronze key over there. Okay. Let's see if anybody needs a shield. Okay, so your shield right here is 16 deflection minus 8 accuracy. And this one is 8 deflection with no damage to accuracy. I don't think I want that shield. It's a nice shield, but... it can be just random games. There was a time when I was streaming different games every once in a while. I could do that. One thing I could do is just probably what every streamer should do if they want to be famous and popular and get rivers of money running down on them. Is probably stream just new games every day. Just this game came out, stream it for 3 hours. There you go. That's that. This game came out, stream it for 3 hours. That works. I'm not sure how well it works in terms of just building an audience, you know, because I know you guys are here because you like RPGs, and if I suddenly start streaming The Sims, even though The Sims is an RPG, you're not gonna stick around, or you might, but still, you know what I mean. It's just I'm never too at ease with the whole messing around with games too much. like finishing things. Maybe not on stream. Maybe I don't finish everything on stream. Although I did start streaming because I wanted to finish The Witcher 3. That was a thing. And I did. Let's stream it again. I don't think I would. I might stream The Witcher 2 though. That might be an interesting thing. It's not as good a game though. And it's mostly, and I wouldn't play it on maximum difficulty either. That game is, I don't like the combat system in that one, even though it's not that difficult from The Witcher 3's. What do we have over here? Adirian dialects. Yeah, we got those. And that's the key. That's the lock that this key goes into. There's a person in there. Oh, he says. That was him with pain, I assume. A man lies bounded and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you, dude. You're not? Oh, praise Bareth. You're not one of his men, are you? Please, I don't know who you are. My name is Burznik. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nyrid or something. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef inside my own house. You know, this would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. He looks away, unable to meet your gaze. You figured me out even faster than my supplier. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of his share, but I needed that money. Oh, so you're a Svef dealer. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happening, but it pays well. Very, very well. And, well, people want the stuff, don't they? Well, if you think I'm going to help you scum out about scum like you, you're sorely mistaken. So you'll let the scum downstairs murder me instead? Just my luck. Can I? Tell me what happened here. Okay, he goes back to that. So he just turned up all of a sudden? Yeah. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard Nyrid, the man downstairs, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. I feel it's been days. Well, he's taken care of, yeah. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. You've no idea what you've done for me, but I need to find my love, Kara. Only after whatever Nyrid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she knows. She's known, and please don't tell her about the Svef and what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. Are you kidding me? Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svef. Or me, if she finds out. Well, maybe she will. Who knows? I certainly don't. I don't remember. I don't know what I did in my Let's Play, because I did this quest as well. Yeah, exactly, Karaher. I am totally with you. I agree completely with you. That said, that's why I do it like I do. That said, I could have one stream a week of just random games, but still keep to mostly finishing games, because I think that was what I was doing before. Yeah, that is what I was doing when I started streaming. I was playing on Saturdays, and on Thursdays I was playing The Witcher 3, and then on Tuesdays I was doing random stuff. I did Battle Brothers, I did Age of Decadence, if I remember correctly. I just did random stuff. And that's the sort of, not random games, all RPGs, but still, I could do that. ETS 2. Like fishing, or I don't, Well, we could do that, I suppose. But chill streams would be a different tone, I guess, would be a different thing. I don't know if you guys can hold me talking and asking questions and talking back to me for a chill stream for more than half an hour every month. Although we do have our fun talking, though, but it's all kept up by the game, of course. And of course, I need to keep your interest, which is the biggest problem. No, I'm not going to start Dota or League of Legends. Oh, swearing at... Oh, that would be better, though, Rainer. Swearing at everybody in Portuguese. Filho da puta, caralho, vou-te foder as trombas, caralho da merda, puta no biqueiro no cu, que comes o puta, caralho. Basicamente é isto. Oh, wait, I didn't switch into English. Basically, that's that. So there we go. Got a little bit of swearing in Portuguese. In European Portuguese, because Brazilian Portuguese swears very differently. Also, I'm pretty sure if you're Brazilian, you didn't understand a thing I just said. Also, maybe if you're Portuguese, you didn't understand a thing I just said, because that's really thick northern accent. Well, not the thickest stuff, but still. Oh, the Deus Ex? I think I bought the last one on sale. I think it was on sale. I didn't play it yet. But I will probably be doing a... well, I'll definitely be Let's Playing the first Deus Ex. And then after that, maybe I'll Let's Play the Mankind Divided? Human Revolution, that's the word. And probably not Mankind Divided, because they are not going to finish the game with a third one, because they just are not going to do another one. So screw that noise. Who cares? Apparently it's not very good, so... I mean, I could play it, it's just... Doing a Let's Play is another thing. Yeah, the first Deus Ex is amazing, and I really, really want to play it. That Grom game you sent me, Harris, yes. I still haven't gotten around to it, I'm sorry. Second Deus Ex was awful. It was an exercise in awfulness. It was just awful, and with the most half-assed... crappy philosophy thing at the end. My god, at least the first one is subtle and interesting and just different perspectives and different people and just you need to think for yourself. A 15-year-old, if you're smart, I mean, 15 years ago a 15-year-old would play, that wasn't very smart, would play through the first Deus Ex and not get a thing. It would just finish the game and it's, oh, this is an interesting story, but still not understand what it was all about. The second Deus Ex Invisible Wars, is in your face to the point it's just so bad. A 15-year-old that is not very smart would get the plot and it would say, huh, that's smart. No, it's not. It's stupid. I mean, I agree with some of the things that are said there, but it's in your face, it's cheap, and it's unsubtle. And of course, it wasn't done by Warren Spector, so there we go. That's why that happened. I mean, but then again, Human Revolution wasn't done by Warren Spector, and I did enjoy it quite a lot. Yeah, to play as a shooter, sure. Especially on maximum difficulty, although there were some enemies later on in the game that were crazy hard on maximum difficulty, which is how I played it, actually. But for a story, no. Yeah. But then again, I was a stupid, well, maybe not smart 15-year-old at the time, I think. 16, maybe? I don't know, I don't remember. It was the game that I got with my first graphics card, so... Yay! Invisible Wars. And it could play it on maximum. My FX... 5,600? Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, Karen sent me here in the first place, I'm gonna say. She did? That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and don't tell her that everything is back to normal. And tell her that everything is back to normal. Yeah, sure, I'll go do that. I can't thank you enough, truly, how I've missed my poor Kenra. Yeah? Yeah, he doesn't say anything else. Well, we're going back to Kenra. So you got some pretty interesting things. Oh, let me see how much damage you got on that hat. Oh, we're almost there. Good stuff. Lycanthropus. Oh, Deus Ex was Windows Vista. The Deus Ex 2 anyway. That's Invisible Wars. They didn't name it Deus Ex 2. But, yeah. It had bloom all over, I remember that. Just the bloom was crazy. Was it Deus Ex 2 Invisible War? Yeah, December 2003. That was like 6 months before I got my first computer. Location discovered, marketplace. Oh, I've been here before. Shut up. I know where I am. And it's also nighttime. How time flies. I didn't know it was called Deus Ex 2. That is a really a big insult to be Deus Ex 2. Man, just... There's so many crap sequels throughout history. It's terrible. Terrible things. So, Kenra, have news. Your husband, he's a dealer. Let's see. What happened with Burznik? Did you give him the ring? Actually, I didn't. Let's see. I got a minor positor. That's just, yeah. You can toggle and you can disable these things if you want to. But as I said at the beginning of this stream, I am not playing this completely for the role-playing. I'm playing it as well to see the nice stuff and just get all the things that I can and all that sort of stuff, just to, you know, as I probably would play the game for myself. So this is a little bit of a cheat. It also, you can disable these things, basically. Yeah, Burznik was being imprisoned, or actually impersonated and imprisoned by a powerful wizard. Almost killed me. However, the real Burznik also deals Svef. Yeah, Svef, and it's not, yeah. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Burznik? Or whatever his name is? My Pernisk is a Svef dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest woman. Then she brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How can I trust him after something like that? That he's lied to me for this long? She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Well, he still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? I mean, asking doesn't hurt. To hear it from you, that does sound like a rather sad way to end things. I'll give him another chance. If he loves me, he'll give it up, right? Well, I hope so. I appreciate what you've done for us. I'm certain Pernisk feels the same way. Yeah, he does. He told me that. You're always welcome to could come see us if you need anything. Oh, and take this. There's something from her neck. I picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Oh, unwavering resolve. Added to my inventory. I suppose it's not a cloak. It is not. It's a thing that adds intellect and resolve. Where I would like that. Actually, you would like that. He would like that. He would like that. What do you have over here? 42 reflex and will. Nobody cares for that. Actually, it's important. What do you have over here? Maximum endurance. That is not important. How about you? Do you like this? Reflex and healing. Defense when disengaging. Actually, for him, health is kind of important. Endurance, not health, is kind of important. And it's a nice cloak. Saints War armor. Defense damage reduction of 7. But speed reduction of 35. That's not very good, is it? No. Fine leather armor. Fine hide armor. Let's put that over there. It's gonna be for you. No, that's gonna be for you, actually. I want you to have a little bit better defense. That's just... yeah. It's not needed. I don't think so, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Durance's robe. You have that because it's yours, but there we go. Quest complete. Hey, Mizuma, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Oh, Karaher. There's no 2 in the title. Okay, then that's a different thing then. Yeah. I did as well, Travelbar. And then I went and played the original one and I was like... Yep. Fist of the North Star. Isn't that a series? Is that a game? I guess if it is a game, maybe. Let me write it down and look it up. I think I might have seen it. Fist of the North Star. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, you probably wouldn't enjoy it, Travelbar. I don't think... It was meant to just bring the game to a different audience, so it was meant to be played by people who didn't play the original. Which is always a recipe for disaster. Except if you're Bethesda, in which case it's meant for people who have played your previous games. Even though they didn't play the original. Which is a recipe, apparently, for a lot of money. And success.
I suppose it can't be helped.
I suppose it can't.
There you go.
What do we have? Bartender's Ring. Damage against Spirit Vessel, and it got some will. Why is it Bartender? This simple wooden ring is orange and gray, and it glows when you're not wearing it. The ring's actual history is more speculation than fact. While all sources agree that it was owned by Errol of Levy, which was the guy that founded this little tavern, and that he acquired it after a period of exile, stories differ on the particulars of how he got it. Some say it was a gift from one of the gods, and others say it was the boon of a pact he made with a wicked power. Which is basically the same thing, really. I got to the end of this game on my Let's Play, and I asked the question, and it still stays in my mind after all this time. Are the gods actually real gods? And I said it like that, and I know it's really tricky to ask it like that. The point is, are they not just very powerful beings rather than supernatural ones? Because I think that is what distinguishes, in any fiction, what a real god is from just something that is not. And I'm playing Enderroll on the channel. You guys might have seen it. And I asked that question as well. It's kind of the same thing, but I kind of threw it on its head. So I came at it from a completely different perspective. But it's still the same thing. I wonder if Bareth and Elthas are actually supernatural, in the sense that they are not of this plane. Because we never know. It's sort of a really weird thing. I don't know. I don't think we will know. I'm pretty sure we will never know. These guys are nasty, if I remember correctly. I think they are gonna kill me. Let's save before that happens. Fandom Tribal, welcome. Welcome on in. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Old anime made into a game. Oh, okay. By the people that made Yakuza. I have seen some episodes of Yakuza. And, but then again, it was Yakuza 0, so maybe it wasn't the best one. I don't know. Apparently, it's getting rave reviews. What is supernatural then? Oh, yeah, you were asking about what my definition is. Yeah, supernatural basically being something out of this world. Like, for example, take the gods of Dungeons and Dragons, or actually not of Dungeons and Dragons, because that's not a setting, of Forgotten Realms. They would be out of the world, out of the primal plane, the gods, and they aren't even in the other planes, let alone, you know what I mean? It's just like they're outside. They don't have a history in the world apart from their avatars in the Time of Troubles and all that sort of stuff. But in this game, they have avatars, which is sort of the same thing. But the problem is there's no indication, there's no proof that those gods don't exist somewhere else. Especially because of how the main quest develops. Because we kind of get some reality shattered throughout the main quest, and I started asking questions. I don't know if I'm gonna ask the same questions this time around, but maybe I will. But basically, the thing is, we assume that the gods are outside of the world and just influencing it through whatever means they can. You know, of course, you can make the argument that if the god can influence this world, it is of this world, even if partially. But whatever. I'm not talking about religion here. I'm talking about fantasy and storytelling. You assume that Bareth is from somewhere else, and he somehow got killed when actually not Bareth got killed. Elthas got killed when his avatar got killed, and that's interesting, and I think that's totally acceptable from a storytelling point of view, but that does raise the possibility that maybe they are just powerful beings, because we don't see the other planes. And imagine that these gods that we talk to are not just like the demon, or like the Batezu and the Tanari, or the divas and all that in Forgotten Realms. You know what I mean? So basically, imagine that Elthas was just a deva, or a Batezu, or whatever, or Bat, or whatever the name of those guys were. So you know what I mean? That's what I was kind of saying. But yeah, of course, in a traditional sense, a lot of this stuff is supernatural, but it's not, strictly speaking, supernatural. Magic is not supernatural. Ghosts is not supernatural, unless when we're talking about a physical world, unless we actively say that it is. If it's just normal things, then it's natural. If it's especially if it is, because it is understandable, both in the Forgotten Realms, which is Dungeons and Dragons, and in this game, because we have Animancers and we understand how things work. And that's what I mean. They're not super. They might be supernatural. They might not be. So the gods may be just really cool dudes from other planes, but here they are gods. Exactly, Trababar. Exactly. You had made your comment already. I had seen your comment and I was still talking about it, but that's exactly that. That's what I meant. Although cool dudes, the gods of this game are not cool dudes, all of them. Barath certainly isn't, and you will see that the quest line going into that direction, and yeah, they're not all cool dudes at all. Especially, we don't know much yet, so I actually can't spoil anything. I can't even know. Not ever, Phantom Tribal. There's a very interesting distinction. So your comment is gods, heathens, you quote, every monotheistic zealot ever, or zealot. Not always. You'll see, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, actually. That mentality is quite, actually, I'm drawing conclusions. I'm jumping to conclusions here. Your words, your comment there, can kind of project some the sort of mentality that in a fictional setting or in reality, following a god automatically means that you believe your god. Or your gods, whatever, following gods or whatever, having a religion automatically means that your god is the only one that exists. Or the only ones that exist. And that's actually, historically speaking, quite modern. I say this every once in a while. I'll talk about this every once in a while, so you might have heard me talk about this before. But you'll see that in old... you'll see that sometimes in games as well, but especially in sort of the high medieval and the classical era, you'll see that a lot of the people that that follow this or that god or this deity or that deity, they don't deny the existence of other people's gods. They just, whatever. They have gods. I have mine. It's just, I don't know about their gods. They go up to the northern Europe and just like they have the Norse gods, and it's, I don't know about this Thor dude. Apparently he likes these guys very well. He doesn't like me because I'm a guy from the south. You know what I mean? So you'll sometimes see that projected in video games. It's very rare, to be honest, but you'll sometimes see that, and that does bother me a lot. Where you'll have these different religions, and without any setup, without any context, we're just supposed to assume that different religions think that their god is the only one that exists, that is true. Whereas in history, well, historically anyway, up until quite recently, relatively speaking, I'm talking hundreds and thousands of years, but still, up until quite recently, people were just following their own god, and they fought for their own god, and they defended their own god, and they did all the same things that people do these days for their own god that they believe is the only true one, but still, they didn't say, I am gonna kill you because your god is false. They said, I'm gonna kill you because my god hates you. You know what I mean? So, which is still kind of the same thing, but it's just on a different context, so that's what I mean. That's the way that Q was in Star Trek. I didn't watch Star Trek. I think the only science fiction of that sort that I watched was one series of Battlestar Galactica. I think it's one of the newer ones, though. I think it was a reboot, though, and I didn't enjoy it very much. I didn't really like that. Yeah, Pterodactyl. That's what I mean. Everything that exists is natural. Yeah, but that's a discussion. That's what I said. I don't want to discuss religion. I just talking fantasy and storytelling. I agree with you, but it's a discussion that we can have. You can say, and some people believe in supernatural stuff, and they readily admit that it is supernatural and that it exists. The definition of natural, though, it's a discussion, but it's completely off topic to this thing. It's not necessary here. And humans do have a tribalistic nature, yeah. Tribalistic, though, probably isn't the right word. Fandom tribal. Interesting connection to your name. Tribalistic is not the correct word. We tend to think of sort of a tribal structure in societies, but it's not true to every. It's basically a tribal structure is the equivalent of the Republic of Rome. But they weren't called tribes, they were called gens, which means people, or peoples, I guess. But that's their structure, is a sort of expanded family. That's what a tribalistic nature is. We're born to parents, and our parents raise us because we are very bad babies. We need to be taken care of in a lot of stuff, and that actually influences the way we have evolved as humans, not just societally, but as well as in genetically even, because we're just bad babies. We don't do stuff. For like 4 years, we need to be taken care of. So that creates a tribalistic nature. Doesn't mean that we can't move on from that, though. I mean, the Romans did. And we did as well, of course. I don't know about the Rift War. I don't know what that is. Might like it. I don't know. Forgotten Realms is kind of meh. It's very derivative. Its origin anyway. It's okay. Anyway, let's go with these guys. Dayton is busy. Okay, can I talk to Dayton then? Can I not get killed? Hey, get yourself killed instead. Okay. Is this not gonna end up in terribleness?
Good day to you.
An Orlan man relaxes with his feet propped, on the table. Patches of dark brown skin. Okay, look like you're seen a night or two joining us for a drink. Where are all of you? Lady next to me is Key. We have our fun with the expedition, but we're hoping a little peace and quiet. Okay, so this is just, both suffered losses and decided to band together. Beasts, barbarians, Bewicks, and it's a dangerous time to be an adventurer. Yeah. There's one more. Okay, so we can't do anything with them. We will be able to do something with them, but it's a quest that shows up later. So we're not gonna mess with that for right now. Okay. I can't really get to steal anything here. That's about the same date. Old Velia, Southern Coast, 2670. That was actually 2 years before the foundation of Defiance Bay.
Here.
Yes, you are. Let's steal that thing. I'm pretty sure I can. Go on in and steal. She's not gonna be spotted for a little while.
There you go.
And we have a saber and copper pens. Pens being the coin of Deerwood. The copper coin of Deerwood. Also, if I remember correctly, there's a guy over here. No, apparently not. Or not right now. Maybe over there.
There you go.
We got some more lockpicks and some fruit. Who doesn't like fruit? I like fruit. Not all the fruit, though. Don't like kiwi. It's terrible. Really bitter. Yeah. I don't like it. Or pomegranates. I don't enjoy those either. They're weird. But it's not because they're weird. It's just because I don't enjoy them.
There you go.
Okay. Then we have more money. Yeah, being capable of sneaking and lockpicking is so much better. It is so much better than what I did in my Let's Play. Okay. And I'm sneaking all the time because of secret things. The pages of these old books are crisp and fragrant with the salt of sea breeze. And we have ourselves the most unfortunate tale of Favia and Bernat, a Valiant tragedy. Oh, it's gonna be like Romeo and Juliet? Is it? That's the thing? Yeah. Seems like it is. You can go ahead and read it online if you want to. I'm not gonna spend time with that.
Hey.
It's all fine. So that's that, and we have explored the Fox and the Goose, which is the name of this little place. Unsubbed. Well, see you later, Jung. I don't like kiwi. I don't. I have a few family members who plant them, but it's just. I like my fruit to be nice and sweet, not acid and terrible. Can I drive the knife in deeper? Oh man, I'm not insulting anybody.
Johnny,
Like,
does your fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
It's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
oh, that's so awesome. I loved it. I loved it how he said, "Can I pet him anyway?" I was so eager. That was pretty awesome. That was awesome. Oh man, it's this sort of stuff that I don't usually. I missed a lot of in the Let's Play because I was just off camera stuff, and sometimes they talked off camera, and that's really cool. But I got a lot in as well. But yeah, he wants a dagger. I don't have it yet. I'll look into that dagger. Numb tongue. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. How many times can you unsub? Melons are amazing. And they are so amazing that all types of melons as well. There's many different types. That's the thing about them as well. I like it. I like how you can have spicy ones, and then you can have very sweet ones, or very bland ones if you like them, which I kind of do, depending on what you're eating them with. I don't like watermelon so much. I do like the smaller melon types. I don't know what they are called in English. They're all the same family, though. But they're a little bit spicier. They're a little bit less... They're just generally spicier. They're like lesser melons. Except they're not lesser in terms of the quality. Just lesser because they're smaller. Wait for the continuation of that dialogue. Yeah, travel bar. Oh, it didn't happen. Continuation just stopped. Yeah, apples is... not a big fan of apples. It's kind of meh. Hello, catty. Kitty? Not catty. That's a different thing. I don't even know what it is. Okay. And we have things to steal. Rob. Or steal. I'm missing the secret spots. Trying to look for the obvious places that they'd have secrets in. None over there. Okay, and we have the marketplace. I don't think they go home during nighttime. Some cocoa. And some meat. That meat looks rotten. And here we have Igrun. And these guys sell things and buy things. And armor. I think this is the guy that... ooh, this lady's green. Yeah, she has a soul. Into the past. Okay. And Peregrine. No, that's the guy I need to talk about. Or talk to. Let's have a chat with Igrun, though.
Good day to you.
Honeydew, yeah. Yeah. Honeydew is really nice. Oh, they're next banter. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. Looking forward to that then. Come have a look. I'm looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. That's a guy just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid. Yeah, I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyway and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. Oh, really? Where are they now? Folk like that only visit Copperlane to crew up at Meth's Den Expedition Hall or down at a pint at the Cousin Fox. Yeah, tell him more about this dagger. Made out of high-purity iron, the ore that comes out of the White March Mountains. Traditionally, the smiths and the Crucible have smelted it into daggers and swords, which they only give to Knights of the Crucible. We're gonna meet these Knights later. They're actually an official force of Defiance Bay. Of course, I'd be surprised if that kid didn't already tell you all this. Yeah, if March steel daggers only are given to Crucible Knights, how did you get your hands on one? Ah, a lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. Well, if you give me a small discount at the store, the Crucible Knights don't need to know. Wait a minute, what can I do? Let's go with this one. Yeah, if you give the small discount, let's see. Fine, 5% to avoid the hassle. Last thing I need is a shakedown from them. What with my stall being so close to Admet's Den in the dozens, that's up there. Anything in particular? What's so special about Sonild? She operates in the Expedition Hall. She sells best equipment in town, but Waynan keeps her on a short leash. Keeps their fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens. Yeah, we're gonna need to become a member if we want to get the best stuff. And we will become a member, and then we will betray them all and kill them all. Maybe not kill them all. Maybe, probably will, though. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, sell all that. And all these helmets for a little bit of monies. And we're making it back.
Greetings.
Something secret. It's a guy. I thought he was a girl. Warbow over here. It's a really nice warbow. Very expensive. Extremely expensive. Oh, Fallout with graphics like this? Phew. Phew, I don't know. It would be really nice. It would be really nice, but you'd need, like, to nail the art style. It's really tricky to convert pixel art to this sort of detail. It's really, really tricky. Especially because, you know, basically pixel art just leaves a lot to our imagination, so that's what happens. It's just, you know, yeah, it's tricky. Pear is nice. I just had one actually. Pear. It's all types of different pears. It's one that's natural here to Portugal. It's very, very hard. It's called Pera Rocha. Well, that's Pera means pear. Yeah, just need to find your kind, Lycanthropus. It's true. I do like some apples. The most that we have here is just red apple and golden. It's just not really my kind of thing. Just too bleh. But there are some apples that are just lovely and awesome. I've had apples that are amazing. They're great. Yeah, they're great for liquor as well. Apples and pears. Green pear is really good. Yeah, I like it. The ones with the shade of brown, that's the one. It's kind of similar to the ones that we have here. So, except ours are really thick and not thick. They're very hard. That's what Rocha means rock. Pera Rocha. That's yeah. Should rename Poland CDPR. Yeah, and oh, dang it, I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, let's see what they have. A pike, a scepter, a warhammer, a bunch of weapons. Sure. The Boresan. That sounds weird. Looks to be a fantastic warbow. I would get that. I would definitely get that if I had the money. Perigund. Hello. Remember me? Oh, that's why I remember his name. We met by Madam Bridge. Thanks for helping me out back there. Yeah, we did. I got you our wares. If it weren't for you, I'd still be broke. Yep. So we have this guy selling me traps. Yay! And also more than traps. Camping supplies. Yay. Okay, well, that's that, really. Can I... There we go. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And Laura. Hey, Laura.
Gods keep you.
Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garbs, you've come to the right place. Are you selling a dagger made of March steel? You must be looking for Igrum. See that tall Lama over there? He sells weaponry. Okay, let's see what you have. A ring over here. Second level spell uses, and first level spell uses. For the wizard. No thank you. Really nice, but no thank you. Extra deflection right there. And 42 then reflex and will. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the other stats. Interesting. Because deflection is so important. Seal of Faith. First level. Oh, that's for a priest. I might like that. I might like that. How much for it? 14,000? Please don't. Also, look at these scrolls I've never seen. I have never seen a scroll like this. At least I don't remember seeing them. Interesting. Yeah, we have some of them, but not all of them. We have the Wasteland series. Harris. What's that a reference to? What did I say? I'm sorry. Don't remember. Phantom Tribal. Yeah, I can't agree with you in the sense that I don't think they're overrated, but I can sympathize with your sentiment. I think yeah, we should be cautious when praising a team or praising a studio, because we have seen the best do the worst things, and yeah, but I don't think they're overrated. People love their stuff. They did a good job. They do a good job, I think. Yeah, we should be skeptical all the time. That's what I mean. Yule. I wonder where it comes from, Yule. What BioWare has become. Exactly. Or even Obsidian. I don't implicitly trust Obsidian. What is this one? An Ashwood cameo figure. Summons Delimgan. It's just these summoning things. We have these all sometimes. That's very expensive, though. Man, that is really expensive. It's like Obsidian.
I'd be glad to.
It's gonna take me probably 10 more years until I trust Obsidian implicitly. We'll see. We'll see. At least 10 more years, because they did Dungeon Siege 3, and I don't know. And they did the what's the word? Alpha Protocol. I don't know. And they also are not making turn-based games, so their sort of trust meter is going up very slowly for me. But still, In Exile, for example, even though I'm a big fan of all their games for the most part. Hey, Justicard, can you let me in? Where's that for, by the way? Where's that to? No, it's the world map. I know it's the world map, you dummy. It's to... Oh, it's to the Matter Bridge. I think we can access Matter Bridge from this side and just have the other side of the thing. But I don't trust In Exile implicitly. It's just, you know, never trust a company implicitly. Never trust anybody implicitly, but especially a company. Because they can... like, In Exile, after Wasteland 3, Brian Fargo is off. Don't trust Brian Fargo implicitly. He probably doesn't trust himself implicitly, knowing his history. So it's just normal things. From Yule. I don't know what Yule means, though, but yeah. Well, yeah, that's more about the Mass Effect Andromeda Phantom Tribal is more about the blindly than the following. More about the blindly following than the just following, because that's not the normal BioWare. That's done by a different studio. It just has a name in there because some high-ups that have money decided we're going to sell this with this name on the cover. Oh, okay. I understand now, Jung. Let's get that up there. Oh, I see what you mean, Harris. Let me see. Let me see what you said. Oh, we have the Wasteland series, like Fallout. Well, it really doesn't have this sort of graphics, Wasteland. It doesn't. We'll see how Wasteland 3 does it. If they have really, really detailed graphics, then it would be good. But I'm not sure if they have the same... They don't have the same art style as Fallout. That's what I mean. You can do something like that, but... to recreate Fallout's art style? Yeah. I don't know. It's not easy. Leo Boyarsky is an amazing artist. And he has a very peculiar style. You only need to look at... well, at what he did in Troika, really. Where he just went crazy. Yeah, I could never get past gameplay of Alpha Protocol Travel Bar. This is why you can't have nice things. There's a lot of reasons why we can't have nice things, unfortunately. And we can't go anywhere in here.
I'm here.
Let's get out of here. It requires a key. Welcome to the stream, Shayo. Yeah, that's I've been leaving with the looking differently from what I think I sound like since I was a kid. Although I must say that I mean it's only always natural that happens with YouTube and all that. I must say that I've stopped caring about that probably 20 years ago. When I was a kid, I looked at the mirror and I was like, it doesn't sound like that, doesn't look like me. I just had a different idea of what I looked like, I guess. I think many of us might have that. What was that over there? Lumdalla's house. Impossible to get in. The Dog Days, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah. They need to, Harry, they definitely need to up their game, though. With Wasteland 3. They need to make a game that is better, and they can, a game that is better than Divinity Original Sin 2. Can they do that? Because frankly, Wasteland 2 is not better than Divinity Original Sin 1. It's not. It's. I mean, I guess we could argue, but they need to make a better game, because they are not going to have the goodwill of people forever. Okay. We're sneaking not because we don't want to be seen, but because I want to see all the secrets, if there's any secrets. Although I haven't found any inside. Look at that, we're getting special scrolls and stuff. Nice. Oh, did you think they tried
I suppose it can't be
Hope
helped.
that helps.
Fallout's art style? I suppose maybe in the original concept arts. But they just missed completely. They might have tried in the original concept arts a little bit, I guess, but they didn't. They didn't. Oh, I know where we are. No, I don't know where we are. These Scriveners, though, they're important. They failed. Or just, it's... there's a lot of things that can be said about Fallout's art style, but Fallout 3 doesn't do it. Doesn't do it.
Certainly.
So we got Corin over there. We're not going to talk to her immediately. We have a Scrivener over here. Hello, mister. Or miss. I don't know how Corin's hidden his little racket from Graw. Excuse me. What? I don't know where I am. These Scriveners... I don't remember what they do. Let me zoom in so I can have a little bit better maneuvering range. So I can steal all their pottery and stuff. Well, thank you, Shayo. Thank you very much. There's one in the bedroom, the Dog Days says. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Cheese! We have cheese! All must praise the god of cheese. Okay, let's turn on fast mode and get ourselves in the bedroom.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
We will, but if you shut up, Duras. Because if you don't... This one is tricky to find then. Maybe over here, because I didn't really go over there. Maybe I did. Nope. There's nothing. Not that I can see anyway. And I'm pretty good at seeing. Let's see what Corin has to say.
How do you do?
By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green, and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Oh, let me guess, you smoked a lot of white leaf? Svef, that we messed around with? Or did you get your hands on some snowcap? He clasps his hands and laughs. Snowcap, snowcap, so few people know snowcap, much less ogres. He beams at you and nods his head. You're a Scrivener? Oh, yes, I am a Scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like a sweet pie. Or perhaps it was a sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Yeah, I suppose you do. Tell me about the dormitory. It's where the Scriveners who work at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Oh, we're gonna get that. So that's where I remember these guys from. They sleep. I'm a Scrivener. This place smells like old stockings. He means old socks. I mean, the smell would probably smell like old socks, I suppose. Show me what you have for sale. Just a bunch of stuff. Snow caps and a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Don't want to deal with that, but thank you. If I ever need one of those, I'll come back. Not that I will remember, but if I do, I'll come back. Whale, the god of mysteries. A very weird god. Also directly... Not directly, but very heavily
How's
inspired
the
in
hand?
it.
Turning purple. I'd have to cut it off.
I warned you not to pet him.
If I'm not supposed to pet him, why is he so soft?
Did he actually didn't get that, did he? No. Oh boy. Oh, that's the follow-up to him asking her to pet Itumak over there. Oh man. He doesn't look very soft though. He looks more feathery than he looks furry. And oh, this big house. Is this is the place of the... Yeah, the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Yeah, so there's a god in the Forgotten Realms that does kind of remind me of this one. A little bit. I remember when I last played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I came up on the god, and I remember this one. Kind of an inverted thing, but yeah.
Books hold so many answers, yet you cannot merely ask them a question aloud. You must pore through the pages and hunt for knowledge yourself. I like to think of libraries as way shrines to WoW.
Are they? Do you like them, Hiravius? Do you like WoW?
As a peripatetic loner, I'm not privy to the latest news, but the Hollowborn Children is a tale that has reached even my reclusive ears. Or, rather, ear.
So, I don't think we ever talked to Hiravius after we recruited him. He was just out in the wilderness, really. I went there because I looked up where he was because I wanted him in my party. Otherwise, we wouldn't have him right now. Then I'd just be wasting time without actually talking to him. But we never did talk to him about his stuff and all that. And apparently he follows Wall, or Whale, or whatever. But, yeah. What do the Glenfathan druids think of this plight? About the Hollowborn, I mean.
It's been a long time since I've spoken with my circle. They'd probably tell you what I'd tell you. This plight was most certainly the consequence of someone trespassing into Engwithan places, not meant for folk. I mean, what else other than the gods could inflict punishment of such impressive scale?
This is actually quite important. What he's saying here sounds like a traditional sort of argument of, oh, it must have been the gods, because we don't know what else could have done this. I don't want to spoil anything. What are your thoughts on the Hollowborn?
Anytime a life is separated from its soul, I wanted to pretend it was just a rumor when I first heard of it. In my youth, I'd cursed the dear Woodens for being ignorant to spoilers that breed out of control. But soulless babies? What heartless gods would inflict that kind of tragedy? No parent or child deserves to be a part of that horror.
Indeed. How does that connect to our story? I think the question here is very important. What heartless gods would inflict that kind? Because which ones? And in our quests, so recapping our main quest right now, we found those weird guys in the machine in the north. The machine did something to us where we became aware of our past life. We actually had a vision of our past life where we were in Gwithian, which is where he comes from, the Glenfathan, actually. No, we were Aedirin, not Engwithan. They are Glenfathan. These are just names, but basically these guys defend the ruins. That's what he's saying. The Ingwithian ruins, or the Glenfathan. No, wait a minute. The Ingwithian ruins. Yeah, right there, Ingwithian. Adir is the other thing. It's the recent empire. I'm confusing it. The vision that we had is that our soul actually was somebody that was of the people that made the ruins that these guys defend the Glenfathans. And because now we're awoken, we know we can see souls, and we can see our past selves. And we only had that one encounter at the beginning of the game, but we're actually trying to get rid of that, because that will drive us mad. So we went to talk to Merwold, who was a watcher, as we are, which is a person that can see souls, and he's all crazy, and he talked about the cult of Wodika. So, as of right now, and I'm not spoiling anything because I don't remember, and I'm purposely thinking in ways that are not spoilers. I'm just thinking. I think Wodika might be a good answer to that question. I'm gonna read up on Wodika right now. Let's see.
Need something?
Yes. Yes, but not for right now.
We can speak another time.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go into the Cyclopedia and see what Wodika is for. She's the goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance. So yeah, justice and vengeance right there. Law, oaths, promises, so basically oaths, rulership, memory and hierarchies, depicted as an old noblewoman bearing a broken crown upon her head. Said, oh yeah, we have read about this as well. Said to have been once ruled over the other gods. That's just badly written. Said to have once ruled over the other gods, but has since been overthrown. So, what we heard of her before, I don't remember exactly who told us that, but it's somebody was talking about Wodika as she holds a bitter anger regarding having been overthrown, and that might be connected. We can't really tell for right now because we don't know that. We don't know anything about that yet. Oh, I need to unpause. Yeah, I was just kind of confused. Why can't I talk to him? Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, yeah, regarding Fallout's for art style. Yeah, I think Rainer has the right of it. Art style was one of the lesser problems. It was still a problem, though. I feel they tried to go too much with... Fallout's world is all destroyed. It's all destroyed. It's Mad Max 2. That's the style that it has. With Art Deco, a little bit of Art Deco and Googie architecture. With faces. It's got a weird art style. Bethesda's is Stalker. And Stalker has a better art style than Fallout 3, in my opinion. Because of just the limitations of the engine, admittedly. But still, they didn't get the decay of the world. For design reasons, actually. I believe that they did that, both for Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, on purpose. They just couldn't create a game with the art style of Mad Max. They just had to add shit in there so people would, oh, look at that, it's a toy train. And it's how it is. Magrin or Magrin put Wodika in her place. That's why she's burned. That's why Magrin is burned, or why Wodika is burned. Bear in mind, no spoilers. We're trying to I'm trying to not spoil anything for anybody that's watching this for the first time. Let's talk about our party members.
Curious about your compatriots? Whom in particular?
What do you think of Eder?
He's nasty, brutish, and tall. So 2/3 like me, I suppose. The circumference of his neck exceeds the circumference of my torso at its thickest point. They sure do breed them big and dumb in the Deerwood, don't they?
That's interesting that he thinks he's nasty and brutish. He's not. It's really cool. I really like this. A direct definition of a character in game that is not accurate. I love that. He's tall. And I guess he's brutish, but not nasty. He's really not nasty. I don't think Eder is nasty.
No, I'm being a brat. Truthfully, I think the guy's a lot more gentle than he pretends.
Oh,
He's certainly
yeah.
got a big heart for animals, at least, which is rather telling of who he is under that soldier exterior.
That's interesting that he says he has a big heart for animals, which is actually connects to him because he's a druid and he messes with animals, because he was petting him. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Eder before. Is this he's a cool guy? He's a really cool guy. He's got his own sense of moral and his own limitations in his way of thinking, but he doesn't come out right ahead and just puts them all out there. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a different perspective than the one I had, but I think I talked my piece about Eder before. So Migrant burned Woodica. Okay, yeah. I'll read that codex and see. Oh, did he do that? That might be the reason then the Dog Days. If Eder is a little bit racist towards Orlans. I was an Orlan in the Let's Play, but I don't remember Eder actually saying anything about that. Maybe he did, and I just put it out of my head. It's a quote from Hobbes. Life is nasty, brutish, and short. Oh, was that supposed to be a reference? Interesting. Yeah, cool. Wait a minute. It's not. I say Hobbes, but Hobbes is a philosopher. But it might be from Calvin and Hobbes, so I don't know. And I think it is from Calvin and Hobbes, and I think I know what strip it is. It's one of those more, I guess, nihilist ones. What are your thoughts on Pelagina?
Her zeal is sincere, and I can tell you she's destined to die on her feet.
I haven't talked to her
And
yet.
she's easy on the eyes. Can't fatten a thoroughbred, that's what I always say. I just wonder if she has a cloaca or not. Ooh, the curiosity's killing me.
Oh, that's not okay. That's not okay. This would make. Oh crap. Okay. Cloaca.
Yeah, cloaca. It's
I
a
know.
combination feces shoot and happy slot. Birds
Happy
usually
slot?
have these hybrid
No.
holes, and I figure she might too. What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh my god.
We can speak another time. Lead the way.
Crap. This guy.
Need something? Curious
Oh
about
my
your
God.
compatriots? Whom in particular?
What about Aloth? He's not with us, but sure.
Oh, him? Him I don't mind too much. Though I could pitch a tent with the pole wedged up his anus. I could smell something funny on him. 2 cents? Not
2
quite.
cents.
Well, whatever it is, take note of his mood swings. I don't think he's unstable. I just think he has a lot going on up there.
He does. What about Sagani?
She actually steps lightly when we travel outdoors, which is more than I could say for the rest of you. They do things differently where she's from, but she knows her way around the woods almost as well as I do. Almost.
Doesn't have much to say about her. What about Durance?
Oh, love at first sight.
Oh, really?
It's like WoW carved an ever-changing gash in his brain, and every hour he's a different flavor of angry. Durance makes me feel like I'm the sane one. He smells like fear in the mornings and rage in the afternoons. I'm keeping my eye on him. He's a laugh, but he might someday be a problem.
He's not gonna be a problem, but he's crazy. Yes, that was pretty accurate. That was pretty awesome. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh, I see what you mean, Dog Days. Yeah, I don't remember though. That when that happens. Yeah, Hobbes the philosopher. Thank you. So, what about Air Glenfathan? Or Englanfat? Which is where it comes from. That's the Glenfathens that we're talking about. It's a country to the east, I think. It's a verdant land of history, culture, and natural beauty, and we already have enough unwanted trespassers, so I recommend you never visit. Yeah, those guys are very welcoming of foreigners. Why should I avoid? There are no cities to visit, no centers of commerce to explore. It would seem most visitors come to our lands to pillage the Ingwithian ruins. The ancient Ingwithan gave the forests to our ancestors, and in return, we watch their ruins, which was it's what I was saying before, and see to it that they remain untouched. And before you ask, no, we don't have a secret passphrase or hand gesture. Nobody enters the ruins, not even the guardians and watchers. Watchers? Can I not ask about that? Apparently not. Do you miss it? Used to. It's home. I'll go back eventually, but... See this? And he holds up the seed. Oh, he has a seed, a small seed from the fibers of his tunic. I know, it's just a seed, but I've never seen this type of before, and I'm itching to find out what grows from it. Every day I see something new out here. I'll return home eventually, but for now, my curiosity exceeds my nostalgia sevenfold. Yeah, just don't go planting anything on Pelaginus Cloaca. What can you tell me of your tribe? I'm from Fisher Crane tribe. Most of my people... Oh, there's different tribes in there. We are also going to meet these. It doesn't really matter for right now. Most people live far to the southeast in and around Thane Bog. The tribe is not one of the great renown, but they protect their lands in accordance with the sacred oath of old, and as much as it pains me to say it, I wouldn't want any other tribe's name attached to my own. Did you grow up in a bog? Only briefly. Here, let me show you something. Don't commit any of it to memory, please. And he rolls up his sleeve and shows you his forearms. The soft brown fur of his arms is lined with faint stains of henna and scar tissue. I don't know what henna is, but sure. This is where I grew up, on the migration trail. I had it marked on my arms during my training. While much of the tribe guards that... Oh, that's why he doesn't want me to remember that. While much of the tribe guards the Thane Bog year-round, many of us, including the Circle of Hawk and Ivy, honor the oath by patrolling lesser-known ruins scattered throughout the lands. We issue houses, take only what we can carry, and move camp every 2 moons to ensure that all our sacred sites are visited at regular intervals. This nomadic patrol is how my druid circle came to name itself. We circle and protect like hawks, but we only ever perch on the ivy of the ruins, that is, nearby trees, never to enter the builders' lairs. And the builders here, of course, being the people who built the ruins that they so praise. It's like tattoos, Sheo. Yeah, I think so. So why aren't the Fisher Cranes well regarded? Because the other tribes are insufferable sibling spawn? I suppose the Fishers, which means inbred, I suppose. I suppose the Fisher Cranes have a reputation for being passive and reluctant to fight, which is another way of saying the other tribes fight hard while we fight smart. Our namesake, the Fisher Crane, is a marshland raptor that remains stark still from sunrise to noon. Stark still from sunrise to noon. We are invisible stewards of the land and patient hunters of those who trespass. The Three-Tusk Stalgar tribe, which we will mess with later in the game, see our methods as soft and unbecoming. But I hear they use the same word for cousin as they do for whore in their dialect. Just an observation. I wonder if that's true. Because, could you join a different tribe? There are tribes that would take me. The Twice Split Arrows, which we will also deal with, adopt outcasts like myself. That's why I think that, they're the only one that do that. But their ways are not my own. Some of them even live under roofs. How obtuse. I long for home, not just any home, but Wall, I don't know, I don't remember his pronunciation. Has made it's got an in-lore pronunciation of that word, has made my wanderings fruitful, and I accept that it may not be until my soul passes that I rejoin the Fisher Cranes. Because what he's saying here is then when he dies, he gets reborn into another one, and into another one of these people. Okay, so aren't most Orlans in Air Glanfath wild?
Wild? Yes, I suppose all of us were a bit wild as my tribe was migratory and we didn't live in permanent houses.
Didn't mean to offend.
But I understand what you're trying to ask. Yes,
A slight plurality of Glonfoth and Orlands have forest plumage. Growing up with meadow plumage, I was assumed to be weaker than others my age. The huntmaster of my tribe only chose apprentices from the forested kin, or rather, wild Orlands, as they're called amongst slave-owning bigots, as well as bigots too broke to own slaves.
Yeah, it seems to me that your tribe also has some pretty racist things to do there. Just choosing because of the fur, but still.
I grew up in Air Glonfoth, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glonfoth many times. What would you like to know?
Oh, it's a new tree. Interesting. Whale. I thought so it would be, but he doesn't pronounce it like that. He says it in a different way. How did you come to be trained as a druid? It wasn't entirely by choice, not at the start at least. My ambition was to be a hunter. I merely arrived by a different trail. As a child, an Anamfath came to visit. I don't remember what this means, but they have word for everything. An honored guest is occasion for a grand chase, but I was left out, instructed instead to be cupbearer to the old wise one while the rest went or were on hunt. I'm sure you can guess what happens. Wise Anamfath gives dumb child a shred of attention. We ended up talking until the hunters returned. He gave me this, and he hands a dart across his body. No, he's okay. Scouring the pockets and folds. Okay, what is it? A rusted iron medallion fashioned in the likeness of a hound's head, a common icon amongst the frontiersmen, explorers, and other seekers faithful to Galawain. I think that's a god. The Anamfath insisted I be trained, and none in my village would defy him. Now I don't need a bow to hunt. Well, you still need a bow to hunt, because now you can cast spells. That's what a druid does. So where are you from originally?
My mother's crotch. You?
What a coincidence. I also came from your mother's crotch. No, why would I do that? It would be my mother's crotch. That would be funny and interesting. Not your. That's just a funny joke. That is also not funny at all. I never get those. Like your mum jokes, basically. This isn't a your mum joke. But maybe he's gonna like that. Let's go with that.
For the record, only I'm allowed to insult my mother. But I respect your dedication to banter, so I'll let it slide. This time.
Huh. Okay, I think that went well.
I grew up in Air Glonfoth, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glonfoth many times.
My hour roll. The god of the hunt, Galawain. Thank you, the dog days. Thank you. Actually, it's Galawen or something. Galawain? It's also the same problems with the pronunciations. We have a book that explains it. So what's the story behind the symbol of whale? Let's find out how it's said on your eye patch. Oh, he does. Oh, nice. No, he doesn't. Come on. Whale is known as the eyeless face, so his symbol seemed a good fit for my eye patch. He absent-mindedly runs his finger along the strap of the patch band. Well, iconography is rather unpopular in my home tribe, but it seems he is not as widely venerated here in the Deerwood. He's a rather popular, not unpopular. Okay. I remember thinking that if I consecrated my eye to he who obfuscates, which is this god that we're messing around with, the one that's secrets and kind of crazy, and reveals, obfuscates and reveals, very important part, the revealing is also very important, then maybe with enough devotion, Whale would make use of old ruined thing. Old ruined thing? He pulls on the eye patch strap and lets it go with a loud snap. So if you think you see me staring at rumps and cleavage, it's really just the will of Whale controlling my gaze. Honest. You stare at rumps and cleavage all you want, man. It's just fine. What's your relationship with Galawain? I was raised as a disciple of the secret god. That's him. The god of the hunt. He's a champion of the hunt, be it simple struggle for sustenance or the scholarly pursuit of knowledge. Which is really cool. I really like that the gods are not traditional sort of the hunt with a bow. They're just hunting, as in anything. In my older years, I found life has shown me I am more suited to the ways of Whale. The furious hunt for knowledge often outpaces the journey to real understanding. That's very wise of you to notice. This guy's really smart, isn't he? Apart from the cloaca bit, that still creeps me out. I don't know, the Dog Days. I don't remember that, actually. I mean, we're gonna mess with his followers. We're gonna delve deep into whales, or whatever however it's pronounced, things. Druids are known for changing into animals. What sort of creature can you become? Oh, I know. All sorts of things. Oh, did I ask about... I can ask about him. Iravis stares at you blankly, arms folded. Let's discuss something else. Well, that's unusually terse response from you. Well, are you... any man with your scars has a story to tell? I'm just going to ask you later if you don't tell me now.
Yes, I suppose you should know. I struggled with spirit shifting, the final rite of passage in my druidic training. I prayed to Galawain for insight and, in the style of seekers of old, went to the forest, alone, to ask for guidance. Then I got my answer, an answer at least, in the form of a vibrantly colored Stelgar that pounced from the underbrush and made a salient demonstration of its capacity to eat things 1/15th its size.
As awful as that sounds, it's one amazing rite of passage.
Well, Oh, you actually meant that. Thanks. My kin didn't find anything positive about this tale.
No?
As the beast was lopping off bits of my handsomeness, I remember trying to fight back, swinging with arms too short to reach. I felt I had the energy for one last swipe at the beast's nose, and when I lashed out with a punch, my arm felt twice as massive, and my fingers sprouted talons. In a rush of power, I shifted into a mirror of my assailant. Apparently, he couldn't pick on someone his own size. By the battle's end, his severed arm was in my maw. The beast limped away in defeat.
That's quite an impressive tale. I thought learning to spirit shift would win me some respect. Maybe trap myself an Aediran lass with a lust for little man. Alas, oh yeah, because Aedirans are generally not Orlans. Also, I might have been better off staying as a novice. When I wandered back to my village, they saw my wounds and asked what happened. I showed them. The name they called my form was the Autumn Stelgar, and they were not impressed. The Riau of my circle believed the Autumn Stelgar to be a heinous abomination. Yeah, Stelgars are pretty nasty. We'll fight some of them later. It is said that if it eats you, your soul is invariably lost. As this was my first and most intuitive form, they seemed me a carrier of its evil. They deemed me a carrier of its evil. Even though I never so much as threatened my kin, I was ruled unfit and cast out. See? They didn't like you because of your fur. They don't like you because of your animal. So, whatever. I don't know what message Galawain was trying to send. The only lesson I learned was that the Seeker God will punish you for seeking. Well, but you didn't choose your spirit shifting form, right? No, it chose me, or so I imagine. I always assumed I would shift into a stout? Seems more true to my nature. I don't know what it is. Probably a bird. I suppose. He points on the embossed pattern of whale on his eye patch. As the observed teaches, when the answer is inscrutable, one must be content to ponder the question. That sounds pretty straightforward. See you later, Lycanthropus. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Were you at least recognized as a proper druid? No. But I know I passed an initiation rite 5 times more perilous than any of those kin betrayers that insisted I was a failure. So you're a sort of soul cannibal? No. At least I don't think so. I've never actually sat down and eaten an entire person to find out. I'm not that curious to find out. Yeah, he's very curious, which means he's exactly a fan of whale because he's the god of discovery. Rather, it's kind of discovery and forgetfulness, so it's kind of weird, but still. Can you learn to spirit shift into something less terrifying? Already can, and sometimes do. But the druids of my circle assign great meaning to one's first form. I'll always be unclean to them. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
Well, if you don't know me, you can't trust me. And if you can't trust me, odds are low you'll leap in front of a flying arrow to save my life. I've been meaning to visit the druids of Twin Elms to see if they know more about my spirit shift.
We will.
If our journey takes us there, perhaps
It
they
will.
can enlighten me with more information about the Autumn Stelgar. But for now, maybe we can talk about something less depressing?
Sure, I want to hear more about Galawain and Whale. He stares at you blankly with one eye. Oh, not sure what more there is to say on the subject unless you were itching for a religious debate. Well, let's go ahead. Tell me more about your thoughts on Whale. I came to know Whale in earnest in the first year of my exile. Yeah, I guess it would have happened after his exile. I asked myself why Galawain would punish me for asking questions. What just and fair god would punish me for doing as he asks? Questioning why I had been mauled just drove me mad. At the height of my worry, I would have dreams where I only saw with my injured eye. My healthy eye became blind in my dreams. So, one afternoon, I stitched a stylized eye motif on the patch. I like to think of it as my self-initiation rite into the Brotherhood of Whale. Wait a minute, you never had contact with anybody from Whale? That's really interesting. Whale is not an instructive or overbearing deity. He does not freely dispense wisdom and expects all of us to question and explore with our own minds. Whale reminds me that curiosity is being receptive to any and all truths, not hunting for any one answer. So, has Whale ever actually spoken directly to you or sent a sign? No. Never directly, which is as it should be, given what he represents. I especially like how Whale never sends wild beasts to maul me, but maybe I have low expectations of such things. Sure. What more can you tell me about Galawain? Consider it a lapsed devotion. I always respect the secret god, but he visited ruination on me when all I sought was knowledge, just as he taught he should be. Galawain left his mark on me. When I see my shifted reflection, I'm reminded of his presence. Galawain still inspires my fear, just not my worship. Well, if a god gave me a task and then crippled me for following the instructions, I'd be as angry as you are. This might be very related to the main quest, I don't know. Yeah? He smiles as his face turns flush. Well, I was an angry wreck when the Rio exiled me. I'm just thankful for the solitude of the wilderness and the wisdom of Whale. Without them, I'd never have come to terms with my situation. Okay, I think I might be able to ask... What do the Glanfathans think of the Deerwood and its people? Foreign looters obsessed with wealth and wine. May their bowels be obstructed with pus-weeping nodules. Every one of them. His scowl lingers and scratches on his ear stump. Not that you're asking a neutral party. When I was an insufferable kid, and I usually was, my parents told me the Deerwoodans would enslave me in this life and the next, if I didn't behave. But I'm in their lands now, and I will, in the interest of academic fairness, admit that I've met several decent, mostly non-rabid Deerwoodans. But my suspicion about them all being drunkards has proven entirely accurate. I wonder what great wonders they'd accomplish if they all sobered up.
I grew up in Glonfoth, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glonfoth many times.
Okay. Let's see if I can ask more things. Yeah, so he goes back to that. And I can go back to that. And I can go back to that. Tell me about yourself.
My second favorite subject.
No, goes back to that. Okay. Some other time then. We learned a lot about this guy. Yeah, he does turn into a Stalgar in here. I did prefer the other druid. He's not a very good druid. I wish he had a little bit more might. But he doesn't. So, yep. The Stoat, also known as the Short-Tailed Weasel. Oh. Okay. I think I know what it is. Thank you, Karaher. How many would not have sex with animals if they could shapeshift? It depends on what kind of shape-shifting you're talking about. If something like what exists in A Song of Ice and Fire, where you kind of give control to something else's soul, then I guess, I don't know, if you got to that point, you probably wouldn't be yourself anymore. So I guess everybody, because the animal would just take over But this game is just not actually. You're not gaining the soul of an animal. It's just the shape. So I guess your desires would be still the same, which means the ones that didn't have desires to have sex with animals would not have sex with animals. That's how it goes, I imagine. I'm sure he would have. He'd be all over those Stelgars. I'm sure he would. Although maybe he wouldn't. Honestly speaking, he probably wouldn't, because he kind of seems to hate that form. So yeah, Pelagina, we haven't talked to her. Let's talk to her in the next stream, because, well, it's already 1 a.m. for me. I still need to set up videos for tomorrow, and I need to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow. So that's gonna be that for tonight on that interesting conversation with that guy. He's a very interesting character. I am sorry I didn't talk to him before. He's very interesting. But that's gonna be that for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Exactly. The dog days. Exactly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it's not an outro for the Let's Play, don't forget that you can watch my streams, all the full streams, if you missed anything, on my YouTube channel. This one and others. And I will see you on Thursday. That's all I needed to say. Thursday, same time, same place, for more Pillars of Eternity. Bye. See you later, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you so coming. Oh, also freeze frame. So that's, oh my god. I just move my face and then press the buttons and that happens. Oh, it's gone.